and their wives are also waiting for their spouses. Lord Ram came back after the Vanvas, but these Sitas are working after of Indigo for what 10 15 years because of UAP they are behind the bars. Thank you, ma'am, for giving this time. Like the Medical Council of India is there. The One Nation, One Health, One Nation, One Education. If you go to Germany or any other country, you will not see that there's any private education or private health. It is all being provided by the government only. Just by changing the India laws, name, the entire country, there is privatization like in Uttar Pradesh. Indigo, such a huge tragedy. If you see that almost the entire 60,000 schools were shut down, all the government schools are closing down. We were because all the good quality teachers are not being recruited. Also, no so the private schools and the industry with IIM, IIT, and there is complete privatization of education. All the money, or so is there any regulatory body stay in this country? Will there be any accountability in the country? Who will be responsible for it? With the whether the law was good or not? Who is deciding that? Of Indigo, who are the good people who are sitting here, who is coming together and deciding which laws are not required and which laws are required or not? The One Nation, One Health amendment, which is being brought, this is only for the benefit of big corporates and industrialists and for people who go into privatization. So specifically, I would like to talk about health, the doctors, the manner in which they write their prescriptions, or whenever we go for any medical test to any hospital, citing that of Indigo, what good penalty or what activities come together and who are dead, and they just take money, mint money, and there is no inquiry for this, no laws for this. So is there any law in this amendment where doctors cannot act on their whims, and is there going to be any regulatory body for the doctors who will monitor it? Our honorable members or legislators or any people's representatives, whether they will have any participation or not, or you will just hand it over to the bureaucrats. The bureaucracy is enslaving this country, and bureaucracy is running the country, not the leaders. And that is why the accountability should be there. These laws were amendment, but no poor were given any piece of land. The industrialists, in 1 rupee, they are buying thousands of acres of land. But if a poor wants to buy even a small piece of land, then they do not get it. So whether there will be any stringent laws for that. Second thing, we say that there are no judges. If you look at the who files the charge sheet, those who file the charge sheet and the diary, that is brought into effect by the government. So where will be the accountability? The poor people languish behind bars, and the industrialists are outside of jail. There is no law for them. There is an accountability on the judges or not. What will they do? Whom will they meet? How will they be affected in the courts? They talk as if they are a party to someone. There are a few judges in High Court who talk openly on behalf of the party. In Supreme Court also it happens. Whether there will be no law for this, then all the High Court and state, there's only one High Court in Bihar. Will there be a High Court in Purnia, or is there possibility of any more High Courts coming up there, so that judiciary is made effectively? And the lower courts and the district courts, they have very limited power, and they cannot handle any cases correctly. They are always afraid, and the district court just sends it outside, and they just send people to High Court that they will not look into this matter. So to bring into all these things into control, where there be any provision in liquor, there is no law. Many people were put behind bars, but the poor person who is the person who sells those policemen who are involved, they are not behind jail, but the poor are suffering. The poor people who go to a CO or a ADM, madam, in notation, the HCO lakhs and crores are given. The HCO of Purnia, they charge 2 lakh to 5 lakh rupees for one arrest and release of papers. They cannot file their notices. And last thing, madam, in the cities, the bulldozers are raising the cities, and you have not given anything to the poor, no land to those. And in the urban areas, no shopkeepers. You have not given them shops, and you have not organized the sector. And despite that, you are just raising down the entire markets, and you're saying that you will bring in beautification on government land. On government land, the mafia is coming there, and they are encroaching upon it, but the common people will not get it. So what laws are there for that? This is my last request, madam, that please ensure that judges should be brought and new high courts be set up. This is my demand. Thank you.
अमेंडिंग बिल 2025 का एक छोटा तकनीकी विधेयक बताकर पेश कर रहे हैं.
You're saying that this repealing an amendment bill 2025 is a small piece of legislation, but this is not about bringing in repealing legislation, but it is to remove accountability. Today, in one stroke, dozens of laws in the name of being obsolete are being done away with. The question is that the rights of the laborers, have they become obsolete? The security of women is something of the past era. The preservation of employees has become a burden on the government. Madam Chairperson, Bhandara, Gondia and Vidarbha, the farmers and the laborers and the small employees are already suffering. They do not have job security. They do not get justice on time, and now they do not have the help of these laws also. Madam Chairperson, the farmers, they were given a vision that their lands were taken up. A project of Bhel, where solar plant was to be set up in the last 14 years. Our farmer friends are waiting, but they're not getting any jobs. Today, in Rohana village, the farmers who are there, who had given up their land hoping for a job, that they'll get it, but they have not gotten a job even today. There has been a lot of atrocities with our farmer brothers, and it has become a repeated story for our government that they just paint rosy pictures, but nothing comes to fruition. Today, the farmers have lost their lands. There should be proper law for that. But what is the government doing? This government is against the farmers. Honorable Chairperson, sir, the government, the Indian Succession Act, they are removing Section 213. This is a good step because this was discriminatory in nature. But I would like to know that all these years, who kept alive this injustice? Whether the government was talking about the old, they will remove all the old colonial laws or not. When we talk about judiciary and telegram, we are bringing in registered posts instead of smooth posts, but Bhandara, Jokia, Jaholi, Gondia, in all these places, the post does not reach on time, evidence is lost, and the poor just keep running around the court. So my question is whether these amendments make justice easier or even further. Honorable Chairperson, so the biggest mimicry is the Disaster Management Act, whereas prevention has been replaced with preparation. In Vidarbha, every year we face droughts, the crops are lost, and the farmers are completely broken. And what kind of preparedness is this? Today, the Honorable Supreme Court has also stated that there should not be any toying with the idea of law with repealing State of Punjab versus Manohar Singh. In that case, it was stated that the effect of repealing it should be very carefully tested on the impact of the people till it is clearly mentioned. In repealing the previous rights are not done away with. Similarly, in Kolhapur, Cane Sugar World Limited versus Union of India 2000, it was said in the High Court that it should not, its entire definition was given there.
जानी चाहिए
It should be done in their favor. This law is mediation, banking, minorities protection, and constitutional amendment enactment. This annuls these things. This bill annuls these things also. Parliament should ensure that any right should not be abolished permanently.
आज
Sir,
बस मैं कंक्लूड करना चाहूंगा
I wish to conclude.
कागज में
On paper, picture is beautiful, but on the ground, farmers is standing empty-handed on the fields. Sir, laws are to be cleaned, but people's rights should also be taken care in the mind. This law should not this parliament is not for fiddling with laws, but rather to protect the rights of the people. This bill should be sent to the standing committee, and the people's right should be ensured, and it should be studied properly. Section 223, this should be ensured. Thank you, sir. You allowed me to speak. Sir, I would wind up on time, and please do not ring the bell because I am a weak-hearted person. Sir, first of all, I am thankful to you that you allowed me to speak that this repealing and amendment bill 2025. I am here to support this bill. This is a very important step. It aims at cleaning the ecology of Indian legislation. This bill is not to frame a new law, rather it aims at only cleaning and systematizing the old laws, and those laws which are obsolete, or those laws which are sunset laws, those laws are to be abolished. And if they remain in the statute books, then they just generate unnecessary litigations. In last 11 years, Modi government has worked hard, and more than 1562 laws are repealed, and these laws, and cumulatively 1633 laws cumulatively are going away from our statute books. Sir, I wish to raise certain issues from Darjeeling. This law, a particular law related with Darjeeling, was framed during Congress time, that was also repealed. Earlier, Darjeeling was regulated under a separate law, 1961, 1861 and 70, non-regulated area 1870 and 74, scheduled districts and 1874 and 1999, backward trail 1919 and 1935, and partially excluded area 1935 to 1947. India got independence, and after that West Bengal, Darjeeling was included in West Bengal because Darjeeling district was a big district and it was Tarai Duar. It was partially excluded area. Therefore, West Bengal laws were not effective in this area. Therefore, a separate law in 1954 was enacted, and this law was enacted in our Darjeeling, and therefore our area became the part of legislative framework of West Bengal. And after 1954, whatever is happening with Darjeeling, that I would like to bring to your attention. Sir, Constitution of India gives equal right to every person, and this constitution is our basic foundation of our democracy, and under the leadership of Modi ji, this promise has reached to the every nook and corner of the country, be it Northeast or Jammu and Kashmir. Those areas which were not given due attention earlier, those areas are being taken care these days properly. And in this context only, I am here as a voice of people of Darjeeling Duar. My area was long ignored by previous government, and people of my area are waiting justice. We want such laws which respect our identity and which also fulfill our aspirations. I want to tell the House that present central government is keen to solve this issue. Therefore, an interlocutor has been appointed. This is a dialogue by the government. It shows the government commitment for the resolution of the problem, keeping in mind the changing course of changing dynamics of the demography and exploitation of resources in my area. These problems cannot be solved by semi-autonomous bodies which were working there. So we need a permanent solution, a solution which is in line with the intent of Constitution of India. It should be democratic. I would wind up as a public representative. I request that justice should be delivered to our people. TMC people also spoke here. Laws are being repealed. This weeding out should happen, but government should also think that those laws which are framed in this parliament and where these laws are not being implemented. FY 2006, it is not implemented yet in Darjeeling Duar Labor Code is not implemented in my area. Tea garden laborers are not benefiting from these codes. West Bengal opposes chronically these laws, reformative laws. So there is a law in India which is also 356. I request from the government of India that section 356 should be implemented in West Bengal, and justice should be delivered to the West Bengal people, and Pashchim Bengal should be secured with the help of 356. Chicken neck should be secured with the help of 356. This is my request. Thank you.
Gurmeet Singh Meet. धन्यवाद सभापति.
Thank you, Chairperson, sir. There are 71 acts which are being amended, and from Punjab point of view, if I talk, then the most important legislation, since in 2023 we also suffered from flood, in 2025 also we suffered from the flood, and the Disaster Management Act 2005 is the act which saves us from the disasters. There are certain amendments brought to this act, and through this amendment, from the word prevention is being replaced with the word preparation. There is GST council. In this council, from every state there is representation, and I think that in this law also there should be representation, because in 2023 when flood hit us, then Bihar got 12,000 crore rupees a special package, but same thing happened in Punjab, and Punjab did not get any relief, and flood does not come according to the governments. Flood can hit any state. I understand that funds should be allocated equitably, and this can only be done when there are representatives from every state, and compensation should be given according to the damage caused by the natural calamity, not by the government in the state. Therefore, it requires amendment. Sir, in last 11-12 years, no law, no act has been implemented. Whatever law and act has been implemented, that is being implemented according to the whims of the government, not by its letter and spirit. Laws are being misused. Governments are being formed by misusing the laws. And if we talk about Punjab, then there is a Punjab reorganization in 1966, and in this act there is a status of Punjab University given, and it is tagged as interstate body. And if you look at it, then if somebody has to amend it, then one has to consult the Punjab. Otherwise, you can't do it. But in last few days, without consulting the Punjab, status of the Punjab University has been tempered with, changed. When people raised uproar, then these people took back their decision. So I think that this act should be implemented properly. Manner of the implementation is important. Sir, I wish to state that most important fact is 1600 crore rupees were, we lost during flood, and I want that a committee should be set up which takes representation from every state, and then that decides which state suffered how much.
Honorable Minister.
धन्यवाद.
Thank you, Chairperson, sir. Repealing Amendment Bill 2025 is going on. 23 people participated in the discussion of this bill, and everyone expressed their opinion, his or her opinion.
All want to
Speak.
yes.
Okay.
Anyone?
हनुमान बेनीवाल जी भी बोलेंगे.
No, that's why I'm yielding. I'm seeking the permission of the minister. Just to speak. That's it. Jaldi, 2 minutes.
सर ये संसद विधेयक जो लेकर आए निरसन.
Sir, this repealing and this amendment bill, you give me a chance to speak on this. Thank you for that. In the proposed bill, this will definitely be done. The laws which are being implemented or which is obsolete, or under different laws which are mentioned, and some changes are to be corrected. And sir, I would like to say that before I discuss on this, Minister Sahab was saying about something about the right to equality, and Baba Sahib Ambedkar's name was mentioned by him. So through this house, I would like to ask the minister that after decades of independence, when with full majority you are in power for third time, that the SC, ST and the deprived people of this country, what kind of new thing you done which has bring justice to them? And because there are places where these SCs are not being allowed to sit on the mayor during their weddings, and they are fighting for the right to equality, and these incidents are happening in your constituency here in Rajasthan, in Marwar. We can see these incidents happening. So on this, you may please tell about these things. And Honorable Chairman Sir, after coming into power so many times, you said that only the laws not required will be repealed, necessary laws will be brought, but every now and then you bring some bill, so definitely it creates doubt on your wish, which you had mentioned before coming to power, and about the legal system, judicial system. You had talked about the major changes, and I want to request, like others, to the minister that the hurry you are showing in bringing the bills is not proper for the democratic system, and it's my request that
क्रिमिनल कोड में
in this criminal code big amendment which was brought by the government, after that you say that the target of this amendment is to remove those obsolete laws and to increase the admin capacity, and the criminal code capacity has to be enhanced. But in one report I saw in that it was mentioned that the government's national judicial data grid report says that in the lower courts 6 million civil cases are pending, whereas the pending criminal cases are 29 million. So the heritage kind of cases are in the court, and in the February, to my question in the session, it was mentioned that according to records of 30th January 2024 in Rajasthan court, 1,900 such cases are there which are pending for 10 years. And I went in the Supreme Court, this is 7,178 cases were pending, and how to solve these cases at the earliest. And on this also we should think that justice is not even in time, it is in justice only. So I want to say, sir, with your permission, that in this writ petitions, public interest petitions for that monitoring should be there. And in this budget session in the coming, the government had said that this in these cases of PIL, it is not proper. And I want to say that all should be getting the immediate justice, and for that the government has to make lots of efforts. And these PILs are with the concerned with people, and if the monitoring is not there, and this is this is not implemented properly, and definitely government has to think seriously about this. And the public interest litigation, the government must make a monitoring system.
Thank you, Chairperson, sir. The repealing and amending Bill 2025 per
On this bill of repealing an amendment bill, you give permission to discuss, and 24 persons so far have spoken on this. The beginning was done by the Indian Courier Kosh of Congress Party. He started this discussion on this bill, and in the end, Shri Hanuman Benibalji concluded from RMP. He concluded the discussion on this bill. Before Manji, 23 persons had spoken, and with your permission, you give chance to 24 persons and give the message that Modi's government is working for 24 hours, 20 into 4 into 7 we work, and we want to make our country developed nation. So 24 persons speaking on a bill is a good thing, and very good message you have spread, and for that I thank you, sir. And one more subject which came during discussion, that why these laws are being repealed. Some people say that we are coming in a hurry to repeal these acts. Since 2014 time when Honorable Modi ji became the Prime Minister of this nation with the mercy of this people of our country, since then continuously the laws are making. If some law is not required, to repeal that, and if some amendment is brought, these amendments are required. This is a consistent and constant process which we are doing. And my Congress colleague who was speaking, I want to ask him that in UPA 1 and 2, before that, during the Congress rule, also repealing an amendment took place. However, in UPA 1 and 2, during the regime from 4 to 14, either this work they forgot to do, or they involved in some other activities. That's why not even a single law was repealed or amended during that time. Before that, it kept on happening, because this is also a job of legislation work. So therefore, in the honorable, glorious and the Prime Minister of our country, and his leadership, the reforms are taking place. Perform and transform, this is the mantra, and we are heading towards the developed nation. And this in this constant process of reforms, in May 2014 to 1577, the laws which are obsolete and redundant have been repealed, and that job has been done by us so far. In that 1562 have been repealed completely, and 15 have been re-enacted. And all this repealing and amendment bill which has been brought today, in that 71 such laws are being repealed, where the 6 principal acts and 65 amendment acts are there. In that, repealing and amendment is going to take place through this bill, and we have presented this to this August House for this purpose. And in the last 11 years, 40,000 or more compliance burdens have been reduced, and ease of doing business, apart from that, ease of living has also been ensured by us. Honorable Prime Minister Modi ji's mantra is this, that we have to go for ease of living. We have to move towards this, and citizen-centering approach has to be applied by our work, and minimum governance and maximum governance has to be provided by us. And sir, the Panchpran which have been reflected through the ramparts of this Red Fort, this is one part of that. We, as PM said through the ramparts of Red Fort, that we have to have this Viksit Bharat or developed nation, and we have to save ourselves from the slavery's designs and indications. We have to be proud of our independence. We have to be together. That is also should be our commitment, and we have to improve our duties. And from the ramparts of Red Fort, when he mentioned these things, the Prime Minister in this continuation, this repealing an amendment bill has been brought. So this is not in a hurry. It has been brought after a lot of consideration, and to make our country a developed nation, this is a step towards that aim only. And as you said, one subject came up during the discussions, that this Disaster Management Act was not taken into consideration. By fault, one word came here, prevention. Instead of prevention, preparation we are adding. So prevention is already there in the Act, in the section 30. It is already there. And I think the one who raised this point is not here, but it is a simple amendment, and you should not you should understand this thing, that this has Management Act it came during your times, I know that, but to correct that mistake or anomaly, that prevention in place of that preparation is being brought here. This rectification should be supported by you. And one more subject came up, then General Clauses Act. In that 1897, why are you bring amendment to that from the Postal Department on the postal products and the services rationalization and the registered post services and the speed post services? That merger has taken place through this amendment, and registered post service and the speed post service are being merged here. So as a result, this amendment is being brought here, so that this registered post and expression of this should be changed with the speed post registration. It will substitute that with that. What can be the objection should be there in this regard? There should not be any objection. One more subject which is brought by us, that MDMC is Succession Act 1925. This act was, you also very learned person of constitution and legal process. In section 213 of this, there is also Act of 1925. In that it was mentioned that Kolkata, Madras, Bombay, high courts, this rights, basic rights and fundamental rights under this, if some will is there, then in this are Hindus, Buddha, Sikh, Jains, Parsis. They have to go for appropriate term and letter of admission. That is going to, Muslims don't have to do that. So this discrimination was there in this provision which we are removing here, and the Article 15 of our Constitution says that on the basis of caste, sex, religion, we should not discriminate. And this Act of 1925, which was there in a Succession Act, and it was discriminating. That's why, to elevate any discrimination, if this provision is there in law of discrimination, then during Modi's rule that cannot be in the books. That's why we are repealing it. And there are many subjects which were taken up, Honorable Chairman Sir. On one or two important things I would like to speak about, and then conclude the proposed bill which was discussed here under 6 principal acts are there, and in 65 for amendment. This was also a subject which I want to clarify. One subject I want to put before you, sir, that during our tenure, you may feel that ease of doing business, for that also the citizens are to be promoted, and we have to feel that the citizens, we have to give the right of equality to the citizens, and we have to feel that we have to give the facility to citizens. Then definitely the government of Modi ji is moving towards in that direction, and this is a bill in that same direction, and not much apart from the bill. Honorable Speaker sir, you on the chair, and earlier also you have mentioned that apart from bill, if some subject is there is no need to respond to that. So I am following your directions only. So the matters concerned with the bill are only being talked about here. You had mentioned that apart from bill, if the subject comes up, there are some subjects. Hanumanji was speaking that atrocity on that also. Honorable Hanumanji is expert of all fields. And there were many other persons who spoke on different subjects. somebody was talking on the farmers' law, or somebody went on judges. Kalyan Banerjee is a very learned person. He said there is shortage of judges. There is no concern of that kind with this bill. So as per directions, and somebody is traveling in Indigo. So according to your directions, whatever subjects came up during the discussions regarding this law act or this bill, I have responded to them. So I request that this may be passed with consensus, because this is a very progressive law. The question is this, that the bill may be considered. Those in favor may say yes, those against may say no. I think the ayes have it, the ayes have it. The proposal is accepted to consider the bill. Now we will discuss on the bill clause wise, part wise. From part 1 to 2 may become part of the bill. Those in favor may say yes, those against may say no. I think the ayes have it, the ayes have it. Part 2 to 4 sends part of the bill. And the question is this, that the first and second schedule may become part of the bill. Those in favor may say yes, those against may say no. I think the ayes have it, the ayes have it. The first and second schedule sends part of the bill. Question is this, the clause 1, this enacting formula and the long title may become part of the bill. Those in favor may say yes, those against may say no. I think the ayes have it, the ayes have it. The clause 1, long title and the enacting formula sends part of the bill. Minister, may please propose to pass the bill. Honorable Speaker, sir, with your kind permission, I propose that the repealing and amending Bill 2025 may please be passed. Question is that the bill may be passed. Those in favor may say yes, those against may say no. I think the ayes have it, the ayes have it. The proposal is accepted and the bill is passed.
आइटम नंबर 24, सबका बीमा सबकी रक्षा, बीमा विधि संशोधन विधेयक 2025। माननीय मंत्री जी कुछ रखेंगे आप विषय?
It was not even during the introduction also. If you want to speak on this, we can definitely talk about that. If some subject, people will speak around the subject. So shall I pass some opening statement? Yes, it will be necessary, because the opening statement is necessary so that people may not deviate from the subject. That's why on this bill, if you can please throw some light, and all members are also requested to just speak around the bill only.
धन्यवाद जी.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, sir.
I would like to just highlight, sir, as to what is the current ecosystem. After all, the policy has moved towards reaching 100% FDI now. Earlier, we had amended it to reach 49%. And with these kind of that and many other changes, there is an ecosystem developed in this country with greater access for people for insurance. Insurance Ombudsman rules were framed in 2017. And IRDAI was also established. They have established an elaborate framework for the protection of policyholders. Government came up with several flagship programs like PM Jeevan Jyoti Yojana, PM Suraksha Bima Yojana, PM Jan Arogya Yojana, and Krishi Bima Yojana. All these aimed at the poorest sections who can't afford insurance, but by keeping the premium less, we made access to insurance, and as I said in the morning, that kind of an access which came of help even during a big pandemic like COVID. Other than that, the government also has been making sure that the public sector insurance companies can meet the insurance requirement of the people of India. So by listing of LIC, for instance, we have made it transparent for people to know what is happening there. And those who want to participate in the retail stock market they can also come in. The GIC, reinsurance, New India Assurance are all in this direction. So with these kind of steps taken, as I said, we moved from 26% to 49% in 2015, from 49 to 74 in 2021. These have actually brought in greater push for the insurance sector. I'll explain how by taking some of the parameters. In 2014-15, number of insurers were 53. Now they are 74. Insurance penetration earlier was only 3.3%. Today it is closer to 3.75, 3.8. Insurance density, average insurance premium paid per person in a year is referred to when I say insurance density. It was $55 in 2014-15. Now it is $97. Total insurance premium in lakh crore rupees is 4.15 lakh crore in 2014-15. Now it's 11.93 lakh crores. Asset under management is 24.20 lakh crores in 2014-15. Now it's gone to 74.43 lakh crores. FDI limit in insurance companies, as I said, was raised from 49% in 2014-15 to 74% in 24-25. Whereas for insurance intermediaries, that 49%, which was the case in 2014-15, was made 100% even in 24-25. So with all this, now is the time when we are looking at greater penetration, and we want to have the regulator also to be more robust, and that is why we have taken this in the policy, in the amendment that we are bringing about. We're getting into the details of each one of those, but there will be a better regulatory oversight. There will be ease of compliance. Insurance intermediaries will provide uninterrupted services. And we are also treating both intermediaries and insurance companies with a lot more standardized approach, so that whenever they do anything, they will have to have a stakeholder consultation before they bring in any policy, and so on. So this bill, sir, broadly I leave it here, that it aims at bringing transparency. There is a good need for insurance money, so increase in FDI. Many compliance-related issues are being eased out. There is, for instance, a legal requirement to seek prior approval, even to appoint, approval of the IRDAI or the regulator for transfer of share capital that has been 1%, even for that they will have to come. Now we are saying, no, you come only when it is 5%, so that there will be greater flexibility and so on. So there are very many such measures, sir. Once the discussion is over, I'll take your permission and give the elaborate clarification and reply to all the members. So with this, I look forward to having the debates.
ओपनिंग है आप
This is the opening, and the good parliamentarian is the one who doesn't comment while sitting only. And instead of that, when opening is there, he can play better. So you should speak well. In this country, through this house only, the big leaders are formed, and we become leaders like that only.
नहीं
Thank you, sir.
हर बात पे बोलने से नहीं
If you comment on everything, you will not become a great leader.
Sir, this bill at 12:30 it was introduced, and 4:30 we are having a discussion. The main question is that why the government is rushing too far for this to be made. This house has debated many bills, sir, some technical, some transactional, some routine. But this bill, today's bill is none of those. This bill asks for fundamental questions about our republic. Is insurance a public promise or merely a private product? Is protection a right of citizenship or a privilege of purchasing power? Because insurance is not just about policies and premiums, sir. It's about who bears risk in our society. Speaker, sir, when risk is pushed away from the state and onto citizens, democracy itself becomes fragile. Let us remember where we came from, sir. 1956, India nationalized the life insurance not because markets failed, but because markets excluded. Indira Gandhi said, the purpose of nationalization is not profit but protection. LIC was born not as corporation, but as a constitutional instrument of social security. It insured farmers with uncertain incomes, workers without formal contracts, families whose only asset was hope. And for decades, LIC did what private capital could not. Went to villages, took long-term risk, invested in national development. That's the Congress idea of insurance. Not extraction, but inclusion. Not speculation, but solidarity. What this bill really does, Speaker Sir, this bill is wrapped in comforting words, Sabka Bima, Sabki Raksha. But let us read the fine print. Section 3AA allows 100% FDI in insurance, not 74%, not shared control, but complete foreign ownership. That means pricing decisions made outside India, investment priorities set by global boards, profits repatriated abroad, and all in a sector that controls household savings, long-term capital, and a social risk pooling. This is not reform, sir. This is withdrawal of the state. The government claims that this is the necessity for capital. But, Speaker, sir, facts matter. Many private insurers have not even used the existing 74% FDI limit, sir. If capital was the real problem, why was the 74% not enough, sir? The truth is uncomfortable. This decision is not driven by necessity. It is driven by ideology. An ideology that believes that state must retreat, the market will magically include, and citizens must fend for themselves. Congress rejects this ideology clearly and unapologetically. What happens when insurance is fully privatized, sir? We do not need theory. We have experience. Look at the Prime Minister Fasal Bima Yojana. Farmers pay rising premiums. Claims are delayed or disputed. Insurers remain protected. Look at Ayushman Bharat. Private hospitals deny high-cost procedures. Cashless care becomes conditional. States report unpaid bills running into lakhs of crores. When profit enters into accountability, without accountability, risk quietly exits the insurer's balance sheet and enters the citizen's life, sir. That's what happens when insurance forgets its social role. Speaker, sir, this bill is does not just open the door to foreign capital. It stills the playing field itself. Private and foreign insurers will cherry-pick low-risk urban customers, exit rural and informal segments, reinsure profits abroad. And who will remain? LIC, public insurance. And as insurers of last resort, this was not competition. This is a systematic weakening. You privatize profits, you socialize losses. Congress will not accept this silent dismantling of India's largest, strongest public institution. Insurance is not a shop, sir. It is a financial backbone. Premiums are not spared change. They are long-term national savings. With 100% FDI, dividends flow out, reinsurance payments flow out, decision-making flows out. At a time when India needs domestic capital for infrastructure, climate resilience, and social protection, this bill allows an outflow of patient capital. That is not nation building, sir. This is the financial dependency. Speaker, sir, we are not standing here to defend stagnation. Congress believes in reforms, but reform with responsibility. Our alternative is clear. Strengthen LIC and public insurers, expand coverage through public-private balance, not surrender. use regulation to enforce inclusion, treat insurance as a social infrastructure. We believe growth must be shared, not siphoned. Let me end where I began, sir. The bill asks a question. Will India say protection is a right or protection is a product? Will we say the state stands with citizens in uncertainty, or citizens must negotiate risk alone? Speaker, sir, Congress chooses the republic over the market, citizens over corporations, protection over profit. And that's why we oppose this bill, not in anger, but in conviction, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Shri Koda Visheshwar Reddy.
Thank you, Chairman, sir. Thank you for this opportunity to speak on this very, very important bill. Sir, if a misfortune strikes an individual and the entire society comes forward to help and support this, then it's indeed a truly great society, sir. And insurance is this business where if an individual faces misfortune, an accident or a death, then the society comes forward and help. It is indeed a great business, sir, and it's indeed a noble scheme. But, sir, it is unfortunate that despite it being needed by every country, especially the poor in our country, the insurance penetration has been dismal, sir. Sir, the opposition leaders talked about today earlier, blindly talked about during Nehru's time they nationalized insurance companies. It did well. During Indira Gandhi's time, they nationalized insurance companies. It did well, sir. But they forgot to mention something, sir. Sir, the penetration of some of the insurance was as low as 1%, sir, when they nationalized it. Today, health insurance is almost 50%, sir. And it's not just for the rich. They'll say that, no, it's only for the rich. No, sir. Almost 40% of that goes to the poor with the government schemes like Pradhan Mantri Suraksha Bima Yojana and Pradhan Mantri Atal Pension Yojana, Ayushman Bharat, and the coverage is almost 40%. It goes down to the bottommost, sir. So is that good, sir? Absolutely. They talk about nationalization as being good, but that's when the penetration was the lowest. But strangely, sir, they forget to talk about P.V. Narasimha Rao ji. Why do they forget to talk about P.V. Narasimha, who actually privatized and turned the country around, sir, and that paved the way for privatization. And each year, when the privatization kept increasing from 24 to 49%, 49 to 74%, and now it's going to go to 100%, the penetration kept increasing, sir. The benefits of insurance is reaching the poor, sir. 33 crores are covered under Suraksha Bima Yojana, sir. Just 20 rupees for 2 lakh rupees premium if someone dies or accident. Pradhan Mantri Jeevan Jyoti Bima Yojana is just about 36 rupees a month, sir. And it's a life insurance that they get about 2 lakhs at the end of this, sir. And this is going to the lowest and the lowest of the pyramid, sir. Sir, insurance penetration in India is still a long, long way to go, sir. And that is why the foreign investment is required. And foreign investment is not, it can be anybody, anywhere. It doesn't prevent the local. The local players are actually being encouraged by reducing the paid-up capital amount, sir. So the insurance penetration will increase. It will create more jobs. So when it went from 74%, from 49 to 74, 55,000 crores FDI income came into the country. And now it's expected when it goes to 1 lakh, when it goes to 100%, close to 1 lakh rupees FDI investment will come into the company. It will create direct jobs, sir, but more importantly, indirect jobs as well, sir. the agents will increase. But not only they'll increase, they'll be more profitable, sir. I think earlier this morning, Premachandran ji was very concerned about the agents, sir. Life insurance agent, LIC corporation agents. But this is a bonanza for the agents, sir. Before this bill, the agents were tied up with one insurance company. They were locked up. Those locks are unshackled, sir. If I'm a life insurance LIC agent, I can't sell some other product. If I'm some other Bajaj agent, I can't sell. I was locked up and chained up, sir. Now I'm unshackled. I can sell any insurance. I can take any agencies. I can sell health. I can take general. Their profitability increases and their numbers increases, sir. Today they are approximately 70 to 75 lakh insurance agents, sir. I'm very confident it'll go almost double in the coming years with this, sir. But it's not only deeper penetration, sir, or the investment that it will bring in. There's one more, even more important thing, sir. Insurance promotes responsible behavior and it penalizes irresponsible behavior. I'm not just talking about cigarette smoking or rash driving of cars, sir, or unhealthy lifestyle in many other ways. For example, sir, nowadays builders build buildings in unsafe areas, in lakes, and they get flooded. They build gated communities that get flooded, or sometimes even washed away when there's torrential rains. So in most developed countries, even if he's getting the permission illegally and he builds the building, the insurance company will not give the insurance, sir. If the insurance company does not give the insurance, the bankers will not give the loans, sir. And if the bankers don't give the loans, the product is unsaleable, sir. In a way, it also can check the corruption, sir. So it promotes responsible and right behavior and penalizes wrong behavior, sir. So there's a BPO in my constituency, sir. By the way, the IRDA also is in my constituency. That BPO just checks in United States whether any building is in a flood zone, in 100-year flood zone or 50-year flood zone and 25-year flood zone, and accordingly the insurance pays, sir. So insurance promotes responsible behavior in a society, sir. It's indeed noble, and the penetration should increase, and I don't think anyone should oppose the penetration of insurance, sir. Beside the number of agents, there are also so many other, like point of sales person, about 29 lakhs, sir. All of these will benefit. But more importantly, sir, anyone can't become an agent. They have to write an exam. And this exam is going to become tougher, sir, because before it was a separate exam for, let's say, life insurance, separate for health and separate for general. Now with the composite, they can sell any product. The exam may be difficult, but I'm sure all these agents will pass because India has brilliant people. But I request for rural penetration, this exam should be in every regional language, sir. It should be in Telugu, because in my villages, the insurance penetration is very low, sir. So, just for example, sir, the GDP contribution of urban India is very high, 55 to 45. Population split is low. But if you look at the insurance offices, it's less than 2% in rural India, sir. So, this, I think, we need to really look into it. The other good thing is composite insurance, sir. LIC could sell only life insurance. Now it can sell multiple other insurances. So they are not restricted. This is a very good thing. But even more, an insurance company cannot do any other operations except selling insurance. But now they can merge the financial services to the insurance, sir. So it is good, but also there's a risk. Because the foreign players can have an unfair advantage, sir. They can have an unfair advantage because they have deep pockets and unlimited funds, whereas our players may not have the deep pockets, sir. So IRDA should be very careful. If they merge a financial industry company with an insurance company, they'll have even more deeper products. And then there'll be a cap and restrictions and ratios that IRDA put. They have to be scrutinized even more, sir. Otherwise, the bigger players will have a greater advantage and smaller players will not have that advantage. So composite license is good, and insurance, non-insurance business merging is good, provided IRDA truly acts like a watchdog, sir. But before I conclude, sir, 2 points about healthcare. The healthcare is very, very important, sir. So when it comes to healthcare, much is to be discussed. But if you look at the healthcare system in our country, it is called healthcare or hospitals, but actually it's a sick care industry, sir. They get compensated by the sick, not by the healthy. So on one side you have a healthcare industry that compensated by the sick. On the other side you have an insurance business which get compensated by wellness, sir. So two conflicting interests. Now if these hospitals and healthcare industries are encouraged to get into the insurance business, then the healthcare business will truly turn from an illness business to a wellness business. They'll promote yoga, they'll promote gyms, they'll promote preventive health checkups, and most hospitals do not do that, sir. They depend on sickness, and I think that is very, very important, sir. But one more last, again an important factor, sir. The most expensive insurance is healthcare, is the farmer's insurance, sir. If you take the premium to the claim, the farmer's insurance are the highest, and the cheapest is general insurance. Healthcare and farmer insurance are the most expensive. Sir, if you take any product or service in the country, if you take a car in India, a car in a developed country, it costs the same. If you take a ton of steel here, or a 3-star hotel or 5-star hotel in here and abroad, it's same, or maybe in India it's more expensive. Even if you take a ton of steel or a ton of aluminium or a ton of cement or a ton of wheat also, the price in India is comparable to the developed countries. So there's only one product or service which is cheaper in India, and cheaper by 5 or 10 times, is healthcare, sir. Yet, it is unaffordable. So it's very, very important, sir. The penetration should increase more. And so one more thing, sir. I think my honourable member has just said that it's socialize. He mentioned socialize loss and privatize gains. Sir, it is now, sir, it's reaching the bottommost. The benefits are socialized. It is then, sir, Agriculture Insurance Corporation, I was there in the 16th Lok Sabha, sir. Agriculture Insurance Corporation, continuously loss-making. The methodology of giving that crop cutting, a very primitive and very low penetration, sir. So it actually was not insuring the farmers, it was insuring the banks that was giving loans to the farmer, and it was compulsory, sir. If I take a bank loan, I have to take, even if I don't like it, I have to take that, and the banks would cut the premium from my pocket, sir. But today, even if I'm not taking, the farmers are voluntarily, about 40 to 50% of the farmers were taking loans voluntarily. And it's not socialized, sir. They put a cap.
Thank you.
And, sir, before I conclude, I request the Finance Minister one last thing, sir. See, it's not just the funds, because insurance is a trust and knowledge business, sir. You build trust over ages or trust through advertisements, but knowledge is important, sir. It's not enough if I have a lot of funds, but I should have knowledge. Now, today, with artificial intelligence, actuarial sciences, the foreigners may have much more deeper knowledge about India than our Indian companies, sir. So it's very, very important to set up a very advanced actuarial science and research center, and this knowledge should be public domain, so all insurance companies are on the same, so the foreign companies do not have an advantage in terms of knowledge of our business, sir. So thank you very much, sir. With this, the Pradhan Mantri's vision of insurance for all, Sabka Bima, Sabka Raksha, may happen even before 2047, sir. Thank you, sir. Jai Hind.
Thank you very much. Next speaker, Sri Utkarsh Verma ji.
सबका बीमा सबकी सुरक्षा विधेयक 2025
The Sabki Bima Sabki Suraksha Bima bill is just a corporate eyewash. On the behalf of Samajwadi Party, I oppose this bill, and so I hail from Uttar Pradesh, and with utmost conviction I can say that this bill will not do justice with the 20 crore population of Uttar Pradesh. The government has named it Sabka Bima, but its soul and intent clearly shows that this is for the benefit of Adani, Ambani and other foreign companies. This bill goes against the socialist reform outlook of Dr. Ram Manohar Lohia. Honorable Sir, if this bill was truly for the benefit of all, the crop of the farmers would be insured, the laborers would get their wages, the poor's lives would be saved, but today the condition is such that the premium is paid by the common people and the profits are reaped by a few chosen companies.
100% FDI Bharat
100% FDI in the insurance sector is just throwing away the sector. This is the most dangerous provision. The FDI has been increased from 74% to 100%. It clearly means that now American and European companies would be able to enter into Indian insurance sector without any Indian participant. LIC, which has been helping the poor, the laborer, the medium classes and the farmers since 1956, whose money which was made with the sweat of the common people, now it will have to fight, it will be forced to fight the foreign companies. This is the same policy which shows that you have to hug your stepmother instead of your own mother. Dr. Lohia had said that the country's economy should be within the hands of the own country, but the government is selling off Indian economy into foreign hands.
It is the crass reality of Uttar Pradesh that 95% people of Uttar Pradesh are out of the ambit of insurance. See, only 4.2% people have health insurance. National average is 55%. It means 95.8% people of Uttar Pradesh are out of this ambit, and rural Uttar Pradesh has only 3% coverage. In Uttar Pradesh, Purvanchal, Awadh, in rural areas of this area, when somebody is sick, they has to bail out their cattle, they have to mortgage their lands, and government claims that by 2047 everyone would be under the ambit of insurance. But is there any hike in the insurance coverage? On the ground, nothing has happened concretely. Foreign corporations are benefiting in the name of insurance and poor people are suffering. They have a very clear business model that they work efficiently in urban areas. They work with premium customers, but not in rural areas. Out of Lakhimpur, Puri, Sitapur, Balia, Barai, Jhansi, all 75 districts of Uttar Pradesh, who will ensure the lives of laborers in these areas, rural people and poor people. LIC was aimed at doing this, but after FDI, this LIC has completely lost its aspect of social justice, and when all these corporations would be forced into the rat race of profit, then the result would be the same. It would only result that 18 crore rural population would be again out of the ambit of cover of insurance. Claim would be spiking and nothing will happen. Government's claims are false. They are just trying to capture the market, little bit concession, then monopolization of the power. The middle class people who are paying around 5,000 rupees as premium, they will pay increased premium like 20,000, 30,000. Call centers would be set up, and they will do all these things in a fanfare manner. It will be just a nightmare for poor people. This is a direct attack on the policies of the PDA. Our national leader Akhilesh ji has taken a resolve to bring the social justice, and insurance is a part of it. Poor rich people 25% rich people are having insurance cover, and rest of the 40 people who are poor, they don't have any insurance cover. SST, OBC, and Muslim community do not have insurance penetration more than 2%. Do these foreign companies will they go to these rural areas? This PDA is directly against PDA. LIC, it is just to dupe on LIC. Government is saying that they are giving operational freedom, but actually reality is just contrary. By amending 1956 Act of LIC has been weakened, and pathway door for the foreign insurance corporations have been opened. So in Uttar Pradesh, 1 crore jobs were promised, but what happened in insurance area? Only 40% people are covered. National average 55%. If existing schemes would not be implemented properly, then how on the shoulder of foreign companies are we going to protect the poor people? This is the murder of social justice. Dr. Lal Manohar Loya said that we have to serve the last man of the society. This is the true service, and this bill is the murder of this ideology. This is the insult of laborers. This is also the insult to the movement of Kanshi Ramji. That was the movement of social justice. I clearly demand that 100% SDFC should be rolled back, and only it should be sealed at 49%, and in rural areas it should be brought within 50%. Premium should be stringently regulated. Sir, this insurance bill is not for everyone's insurance. This is a deceit on everyone. We are for soldiers of social justice. We oppose this pro-anti-poor, anti-UP and pro-corporate bill.
Next speaker, Srimati Sadabdi Roy ji.
सर ये बिल का नाम है
This bill is named as Insurance of All, Insurance Safety for All, as is your slogan. Who are these sub? Who are these sub? What is the social status that you are bracketing all of them as sub? So
clear when it comes to FDI in insurance, we strongly oppose it. On March 2015, when the Insurance Law Amendment Bill was being discussed, we had said this allowing of FDI in the insurance sector is something that is against the interest of the country. This whole logic of the government is pressing ahead with FDI in insurance sector in fraught with dangerous consequences. Now this bill seeks to allow 100% FDI in insurance. 74% इंश्योरेंस के टाइम भी देश में ऐसा कुछ नहीं कर पाए.
Could not do anything during the time 74% insurance. Only 4 companies were allowed to operate with the ambit of 74%. Now they have reached to 100%. What does it mean? What do you want to prove with the 100%? You want to prove that you are patriot, you love the country.
Penetration rate of 3.7%, below the global average of 7%. The requirement of net owned funds includes equality capital, free reserve, balance in share premium account, and capital reserve representing surplus. For foreign insurance is proposed to be reduced from rupees 5,000 crore to rupees 1,000 crore. मतलब इसमें भी देशभक्त
means that here also you are displaying your false patriotism. You are trying to bring them from 5,000 to 5,000 crore.
Minimum capital requirements for new insurance. Currently, the law mandates a minimum paid up capital of rupees 100 crores for insurance and rupees 200 crore for reinsurance. Therefore, that have long been criticized as being too high and prohibited. मतलब आप देश के
It means for the country, you are not doing for 200 to 100, but for foreign, you are bringing it down from 5,000 to 1,000, and it proves your patriotism.
in the bill in the absence of provisions for composite license, a reform that many insurers had strongly asked for. Under the exciting Insurance Act 1938, insurance are confined to rigid sides. Life insurance can only offer life policies, and general insurance cannot enter life insurance segment. You are introducing foreign investment in insurance. Remember, insurance giant American International Group, AIG, they are considered too big to fail. But during the 2008 financial crisis, they had to be bailed out by the government, an amount of over 180 billion US dollars and taxpayer money. So beware, just bringing in foreign companies is not a miracle cure which will grow the sector. While on the topic of health insurance, let's compare Shastro Sathi with Ayushman Bharat. Ayushman Bharat started 2 years after Shastro Sathi. You copied the idea. Very good. Shastro Sathi is in the name of the woman head of family, woman empowerment, just like we have 38% of women MPs in parliament. Parents of both spouses are included under Shastro Sathi. Ayushman Bharat, you have need to make a card. Shastro Sathi in completely paperless and cashless. Shastro Sathi over 2.4 crore families, more than 2,800 hospitals impaneled. Over 1 crore hospitalization till now, with 99% claims settled. Ayushman Bharat scam, a CAG report found that 7.5 lakh beneficiaries were linked to a single mobile number. A recent survey conducted in over 300 districts revealed that over the last 3 years, 43% people surveyed faced problems while claiming their medical insurance. Ye medical insurance.
This medical insurance, when people go to subscribe it, then a lot of technical language is involved and many people don't get it. Still they sign the document. It is like a shopkeeper when he has to sell his product, then he talks very nicely, but when you go to return the product, then he even fail to he declines to identify you. So same is the scenario with the insurance companies. When patients are discharged from the hospital after 7 or 10 days staying in the hospital, they crave for going back to home. Then you don't give clearance. Then patient has to go to the insurance company, and then they are asked to stay 1 or 2 days, and then people have to pay that gap of 1 or 2 days. So there are many poor in India who cannot afford hospitals. People survive the disease, but they face financial death due to the disease. So there are many ifs and buts in the insurance terms. So while getting the claim, it becomes a nightmare for the people.
TPA or account-based collection pre-approval from the insurance company before admitting the patient. So-called cashless treatment has turned into senseless, waiting the numerous patients. Another major issue in inadequate disclosure by the insurance companies about policy specific details. Technical complex words are used to mislead policyholders. There are lots of rejection based on pre-exciting disease. Health Minister should direct IRDAI to make it mandatory for insurance companies to disclose on their websites each month the number of claims received and rejected.
How many claims are rejected? We need to know, so that others can know that they are going for insurance, but in what proportion will they get the claim? Who is getting the claim? Who are not getting the claim? These figures should come out in public. Government is stating foreign companies they will bring fresh technology. This is what government is claiming. Definitely, if it is such that there are many other sectors where their technology is more advanced than us. So what are we going to do? Are we going to bring foreign units in each of that sector? We need to develop our companies. We need to develop our sector. What are you doing? What the government is doing is actually you are not supporting the public policy. Rather, you are supporting the private corporations. But government of the people should be for the people, for the poor of the society, those who vote for you. They should be taken care of, not the corporation or the companies. This is the way country can go ahead, not the way you are doing the things. Kiran Rijiju thumbed on the table and announced that we will keep on passing the bill. He said this with a lot of arrogance. He said that you do indulge in discussions, but we will definitely pass the bill. So this is also a symptom of a patriot. You will bulldoze your ways. You'll kill the democracy. You will do whatever you want, and then also you are patriot. You will remove the name of Mahatma Gandhi. Then also you are patriot. You are termed patriot. So in place of giving chance to Indian insurance companies, you are inviting foreign companies. We need to talk to the insurance agents. Why are they opposing it? We need to get a pulse of it.
Harish Balayogi ji.
Thank you, sir, for allowing me the opportunity to speak on the Sabka Bima Sabka Raksha Bill 2025. This bill is a timely and necessary step to modernize India's insurance framework. Allowing up to 100% foreign direct investment will help expand the sector and improve consumer choice, while the strengthening role of IRDAI will enhance regulatory oversight and protect the policyholders. The creation of Policyholders Education and Protection Fund reinforces these reforms by recognizing that insurance can expand meaningfully only when awareness and trust are built among the consumers. Speaker, sir, one provision that particularly deserves appreciation is the removal of the mandatory minimum paid-up capital requirement for the insurance cooperative societies. This will encourage community-based and region-specific insurance models, which are crucial for expanding coverage in undeserved areas. However, I would like to highlight certain concerns where the intent of the bill can be further strengthened. Firstly, insurance penetration in India's rural remains deeply inadequate. India's insurance penetration is only about 3.7%, well below the global average of 7%. While easing capital norms for cooperative insurers is a step in the right direction, the reality is that India currently has only around very few cooperative insurance. Therefore, microinsurance assumes critical importance for low-income households, which provides protection against the health emergencies, crop loss, natural disasters, and loss of earning members. To scale microinsurance meaningfully, it is essential to encourage smaller and niche players who understand local risk and regional needs. Therefore, rather than a rigid capital threshold, empowering IRDAI to prescribe proportionate and risk-based capital norms would allow flexibility while maintaining prudential safeguards. Secondly, sir, while opening the sector to 100% FDI will increase competition and consumer choice, it is equally important to ensure leveling playing field between the public sector and the private insurer. At present, a TDS of 2% applies only to public sector insurance companies, while private insurance are exempt. This regulatory asymmetric places public sector insurance at a competitive disadvantage. Therefore, to realize the objective of the bill, such unequal tax treatment must be addressed. Speaker, sir, as more insurance enter the market, the absence of composite licensing remains a structural limitation. At present, insurers are required to operate separate entities for life, general and health insurance, which increases compliance cost and prevents the offering of integrated products. Allowing composite licensing would therefore enable insurers to offer bundle solution covering life, health and savings under one roof, improving efficiency and delivering greater value to consumers. Speaker, sir, the gaps in the insurance coverage becomes most visible when disaster strikes and livelihoods are wiped out overnight. India faces severe and recurring disaster risks due to its geographic and demography. In my own state of Andhra Pradesh, particularly in coastal districts such as Dr. B.R. Ambedkar Konaseema, communities face floods and cyclone almost every year. Despite this repeated exposure, disaster insurance coverage in India remains weak, particularly for economically vulnerable households and infrastructure high-risk areas, which more than 90% natural disasters are being uninsured. The Finance Committee recommended parametric insurance as a solution, offering a faster payouts and clear triggers. I'm happy to note that the NDMA has constituted a working group to develop single parametric insurance products for India. Additionally, I would suggest the Honourable Minister to use provisions in the registration to speed up implementations of parametric insurance and also open up use of government technology such as WINDS, Weather Information Network and Data Systems for the same. Speaker, sir, similar gaps in insurance protection exist for migrant workers working abroad. The insurance government offers the Pravasi Bharatiya Bima Yojana as a mandatory insurance scheme for all Indian workers holding ECR category passports going to ECR countries. However, the Committee on the External Affairs noted that since the inception of the scheme, only about 2,197 claims have been settled out of the 80 lakh policies, and only 156 of 418 claims were settled. This low settlement ratio indicates deeply concerning to systematic shortcomings. Coming from a state with a high number of migrant workers to other countries, especially the Gulf region, I would recommend the Ministry of Finance work with the Indian missions in claim facilitation, stricter oversight of insurers, and timely reimbursement to protect vulnerable migrant workers. Speaker, sir, as I conclude, I would like to take a moment to commend on the Delhi police for cracking an insurance scam caller earlier today, involving a fake call center that preyed on individuals whose policies were nearing maturity. While we celebrate their work, we must be equally vigilant of dangers possessed by scamsters and fraudsters in the insurance sector. We must ensure that all steps have been taken to provide the government with adequate support for modern technology so that they may protect our people from such frauds. With this, I conclude on behalf of my party, we support the bill, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Next speaker, Sri Rajbhav Prakash Wajiji.
Honorable Speaker, sir, I stand here to speak on the Lok Sabha Sabka Bima Sabki Raksha Amendment of Insurance Laws Bill 2025. While the government claims that this bill will accelerate growth, improve policyholder protection, and enhance ease of doing business, a careful reading reveals serious concerns relating to foreign control, excessive regulatory powers, and the privacy of our citizens. Honorable Speaker, sir, the most troubling provision is the proposal to allow 100% foreign investment in Indian insurance companies. Insurance is not just another business. It is a long-term financial backbone that supports infrastructure, social security, and household stability. By permitting complete foreign control, we risk prioritizing overseas shareholders' interest over the long-term financial security of Indian policyholders. I asked the government, how does handing over full ownership of our insurance sector to foreign entities ensure Raksha for our citizens? Honorable Speaker, sir, my second concern relates to data privacy. The bill mandates extensive collection and centralization of sensitive personal data, including Aadhaar and PAN details of policyholders, and requires insurers to submit this data in real time to the regulator or its authorized entities. In such era of rising cyber threats, creating such large centralized databases, especially when insurers may be 100% foreign owned, poses a serious risk to the privacy and security of millions of Indians. The assurance of confidentiality in the bill are weak and insufficient. In conclusion, Honorable Speaker, sir, this bill risks replacing legislative scrutiny with regulatory convenience and national control with complete foreign ownership. Reforms are necessary, but they must be balanced, transparent, and protective of citizens' rights. I strongly urge the government to refer this bill to the Select Committee so that the implications of 100% FDI, excessive delegation of powers, and data privacy risk may come thoroughly examined. Only then can we ensure that Sabka Bima truly provides Sabki Raksha. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you very much. Next speaker, Sri Bhaskar Barge.
अध्यक्ष महोदय आपण आज
Chairman, sir, we are discussing a very important bill today. On discussion on this bill, when we are having, then by 2047, all are going to be given the insurance. This is the target, and this is very progressive thing, and 100% FDI, and for this technology, we are not talking about, but this small and what will be the impact on these people that we have to see. I have to say some things. I want to share some statistics here, and some private people will have intervention, and the farmers will benefit. It is being said here, but the premium which is being paid and the money which they're getting, there's a huge difference in that. And these companies have taken hundreds of crores of rupees from these farmers, and it takes 6 months time to settle the claims. And in Maharashtra, we can see these things happening with farmers, that they're not getting the claims, and the money which has not been paid to the farmers that used to be given to the government. And bead model should be implemented in the whole country, because bead model was for the welfare of farmers, and these companies should not be profit based. And in America, like Obamacare is being thought about, we should also think in the same lines. I don't know why we are not thinking on those lines. And Sabka Bima is to say that all should have insurance through Niti Aayog's plans, but the health sector of our country, in that 50% money is going to be paid by the people at their own. In the world, it is 18% only by the people, but in Maharashtra, in India, it is 50% money is paid by the people. So we have to think about that. In the private hospitals also, the packages are not helping the poor people. In Maharashtra, when the FDI came, then because of international companies, big hospitals will be tied up for this thing, but the people who are in the rural areas, the small and middle class families won't get this benefit, and this protection should be there for the poor people. And lots of things are being talked about, but the poor people are not getting this money. The government must pay attention to this. The government says that take insurance and be safe, but on this insurance, 18% GST is being levied for these insurance policies. You have to take insurance, so you have to pay the GST first. And Honorable Madam Finance Minister says that the numbers which have been presented on the premium that in GST, with this just 24,000 crore rupees government has earned through that, and you please may inform that this Arogya Bima, this is not luxury, and you apply GST on that. Those who are in crisis, you take GST from them. This is not some good idea, and this cannot be the right picture of the country. And the government through GST, they should not take GST on the insurance policies. It can be 5%, it's okay, but not 18%. So that the new companies which come into existence, they may get less profit, but people should get benefited. And LIC, which is an institute for insurance policy in a country, on that also people should be informed that with reference to bill, the government must discuss further. This is the thing I wanted to say. Thank you.
Next speaker, Sri Ravindo Vaikaji.
Thank you, Honorable Chairman, sir. In this House, Sabka Bima Sabki Raksha Bill 2025 is being discussed here, and on this I feel myself fortunate that I am able to speak on this. This is not for just one community, it's for every Indian, those who work hard and those who really sweat it out in the fields, and those really have concern for their families. Honorable Chairman, sir, all of us know that this accidents or this sickness, these don't come by telling and informing, but during the times of crisis, one should have the insurance policy, and that helps that family from that crisis. But unfortunately, in this country, for a long time, the insurance very complicated and very complex process was there for the insurance. Common man used to think that it's not of my cup of tea, but now this government is changing that idea. And Honorable Chairman, sir, our Honorable Prime Minister Modi ji has given a clear vision. Suraksha bhi and Samman bhi means security and respect both will be given, and Jangan Yojana, through that all people got their bank accounts, and Ayushman Bharat came, then for the treatment people got very safe, and now with this people are going to get good insurance policies, and through that this transparency and good system governance is brought here. People used to think earlier that claims would be given or not, but now the policy holders' information will be secured, and the policy insurance companies, if they tell lies, action will be taken against them. So if it's not just piece of paper, but this is a very secure and safe document. And I come from Mumbai, sir, where every day crores of people go for work. There the life is very fast, and risk is also there, whether it's taxi driver or shopkeeper or the person who works in office. Everybody needs this kind of trust and faith. If something happens to me tomorrow, then my family people are there to be supported. This will give that security and support. This is also required to understand that a strong insurance sector will strengthen the economy of country also. And when people will feel secure, then only they can move forward. It means they can invest, and then they can participate in the progress of this country. Through this bill, the government is preparing the insurance company for tomorrow. They are making them future ready. And Honorable Sir, I want to attract the attention of this House towards the fact that in this bill, what is the requirement for bringing this bill by the government? What is the condition of insurance in a country? Statistics show that we are on the right path, but that aim is still far away, and we are on the 10th position in the world in the insurance sector. We have to go up and up, higher and higher, and common man has to average as an average how much insurance policy is required. In 2001, in our country, only $11 was spent on the insurance. That has become $92 now. It shows that the common man of a country is spending more on insurance. They have understood that the insurance is not waste expenditure, but it's a requirement. And Honorable Chairman, sir, the real challenge is this, that in the country, a big population of a country is still not insured to avert that thing, to reach every home for security. Our finance minister has brought this bill. And with simple words, I want to express, sir, that in this bill, the people, what they will get from this bill, one is a more investment, more cheaper policy, 100% FDI benefit will be given to the people. And the biggest step of this bill is this, that the foreign investment is now made from 74 to 100%. It has been made. And some members from opposition were opposing this, but the benefit must be understood. This is my request through you, sir. When in Maharashtra we'll have this money, big companies will come to our country, then the market competition will rise, which will help the healthy competition. And in the market, when this competition rises, then the customer gets the benefit. A new technique will come, service will be better. And the biggest thing is this, that the premium will be cheaper for the insurance policies. This direct benefit will go to the farm people and their pocket, and people's interest is taken as supreme, and 100% investment is there to the companies. MD or CEO or any person will be Indian only in these companies, and Indian should be there as MD or CEO. This is in the bill. And secondly, sir, in big calamity, the big reforms will be there. And we have seen, sir, when some big tragedy happens, like in Kedarnath, Gujarat, when this earthquake happened in Gujarat, and the big companies which are failing to give the claims to the people when they don't have the money to pay to the people. In this bill, the insurance rules are made simpler. It means the insurance company will be better. And now the foreign companies will be coming to invest here. If tomorrow some calamity happens, then the farmers and shopkeepers won't be suffering, because the big companies will be there, which will be giving it easily to people. And third thing is this, sir, that this strict rules on RDI will be made more stronger. People come to me usually and they say that agent gave the policy by telling the lies, but now this is the treatment for that ailment, because RDI will be made more stronger. And now if some company or agent sells the policies by fake policy or wrong reasons, then not only the penalty will be there, but the power will be given to this authority for giving the claims to people, and this will definitely trust the trust of people. LIC is the pride of our country. It is the trust of our countrymen. This bill will give the more freedom to LIC. Now to open the new branches or for new work, they won't have to go to government every now and then with the file process. This will help the LIC to move at a faster pace, and they will definitely compete with the other companies in a better way. Just 2 minutes, sir. And the focus will be on the poor people. I just want to suggest for 2 minutes, sir. Just take 1 minute only and conclude. Please conclude in 1 minute only. You have taken 7 minutes time. Composite license, if one person is going for the life insurance, that he has to go to the company. For health insurance, he has to go to some other company, and for vehicles insurance, there is a third company. This is really trouble for the common man. It's my suggestion that in the future, all these companies should be given the composite license. This is my first suggestion. Second one is this, that the small companies should be given chance, and the insurance companies, they have to invest a lot of hundreds of crore rupees to open this company. My suggestion is this, that this limit should be made lesser, so that small companies can come up. And third suggestion is this, sir, that in simple words, for these Bima policies, papers are very complex, and even the lawyers cannot understand. So simple language should be used in the papers of policies. That's my suggestion, sir.
Conclude, karo, last sentence, conclude.
Please conclude, last sentence only now, honorable member. Sir, it should be in local language, and the Dabbawala delivery boys, Ola, Uber those drivers and housemaids, domestic helps, they are the spine of Mumbai. But if they happen to be in any accident, their families are left in the ruts. So I would ensure that there should be an urban health insurance, and they should be given some insurance. So accident and health insurance cover should be given to these people, and it should be linked with their. Please conclude. Sir, in 2005, there was heavy rains in Mumbai. Honorable Kumar Naik ji.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು ಮಾನ್ಯ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರೇ. ಇನ್ಶೂರೆನ್ಸ್ ತಿದ್ದುಪಡಿ ಮಸೂದೆಯ ಮೇಲೆ ಮಾತನಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಅವಕಾಶ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು. LICಯ ಧ್ಯೇಯವಾಕ್ಯ ಇರುವಂಥದ್ದು ಯೋಗಕ್ಷೇಮಂ ವಹಾಮ್ಯಂ ಅಂತೇಳಿ. ಭಗವದ್ಗೀತೆ.
Thank you that you gave me this opportunity to speak. This is from Bhagavad Gita.
ಉಪಾಸತೆ ತೇಷಾಂ ನಿತ್ಯಾಭಿಯುಕ್ತಾನಾಂ ಯೋಗಕ್ಷೇಮಂ ವಹಾಮ್ಯಹಂ ಅಂತೇಳಿ. ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರ ಯೋಗಕ್ಷೇಮವನ್ನು ನಾನು ನೋಡು.
It's been written in the Bhagavad Gita that when I see LIC, and the government is running it, that is why they are working well for the people, and it is a part of our economy. Its privatization is going on. Road transport, everything is being privatized, but the LIC is a very important economical pillar, and its control is not to be given to others. There are many foreign powers which are controlling it. That is why, sir, we should ensure that this should not go in foreign hands because of FDI. Many difficulties are coming to the fore. That is why in the future we have to ensure that our money will be drained into the foreign countries. So this is a very serious issue. We can see what the government is citing as the reasons for this investment. Whatever investment is needed from 74% FDI, it is being given to the corporate. It has been increased to 100%, but they are saying that till now no suggestions have been received. So this is not a good reason, and we are moving away from our social responsibility. The path that we have taken is not good, and the consequence of the bill could be that the rural people and the last man standing, for their conservation, the government is not doing anything to benefit these people. We should provide help to these people and provide proper insurance cover, but that is not happening. This Bima Suraksha, such a consequences come to the fore, where for health insurance also we are unable to think about it. So to come out of this, people are selling off their houses, they're selling off their lands, and this condition has become very normal. But the government, all the policies of the government, we need to think about that also. The middle class people, the Ayushman Bharat and the Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya schemes, these are not for them, but it is helping the poor people a little. But most of the people are out of the ambit of these schemes. And another serious issue is that in hospitals, quality treatment is not given, and only for the benefit the hospitals and the doctors are working to meet their own ends, and it has become a machine for profit making. 1.2 lakh crore bill is still pending. That is why many hospitals do not implement the Ayushman Bharat scheme, and for the farmers also, the first crop insurance scheme, there also the same serious condition persists. The premium that is being paid to them is more, but the insurance claim that they are getting, that is comparatively less, and it is continuously decreasing. Along with that, when we talk of the international level, if we see then the low and medium countries which are there are a lot of social irregularities, and because of privatization, the inequality has been on the rise. What is the government doing in this regard? The IRDA is looking at it, but who are they doing? Is it an officer, or it is just an officer? The people's representatives are not present there, so it is a serious issue. That is why, sir, we have to institute some regulatory body. In bigger nations, we have seen that there are a lot of regulatories who work only for monetary benefits. So the fund, whatever, and the power that should be given to the government. And we have also seen that in civil aviation, what is the condition? The DGCA, which is a regulatory body, but Indigo, and you can see how the flights are being cancelled. So we cannot trust the regulatories. So in principle, the Congress party is against the people, and so I am also opposing this bill. Thank you.
Very well.
आज आपने मुझे भारत के
Thank you, Honorable Chairperson, sir, that you gave me this opportunity to speak on a bill which is going to solidify the future of the country. Sir, India is the largest democracy of the world. It is a country of 140 crore people. A huge population works in the unorganized sector where there is no permanent income, nor is there any social security. In the year 2014, our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji, when he came to Delhi and took oath as Prime Minister, he expressed his concern about this sector only. The Honorable Prime Minister, in the year 2015, the Pradhan Mantri Jeevan Jyoti Yojana was launched, and the poor and the deprived sector was included under life insurance schemes at only 20 rupees for up to 2 lakh rupees of insurance cover. If there is any accidental death or there is any disability, our Honorable Prime Minister implemented the Pradhan Mantri Yojana, where only for 20 rupees they could get 2 lakh insurance cover. And further, under his leadership, Health Ministry started the Jan Arogya Yojana, the Ayushman Bharat, which is the world's largest health model. This scheme was implemented by him, where in 5 lakhs rupees is the insurance cover to every person, and they can get themselves treated at any hospital, and there are more than 30,000 hospitals registered in it. Honorable Prime Minister took cognizance of the farmers also, and in the Pradhan Mantri Kisan Fasal Bima Yojana, it was implemented that economic protection was given to the farmers. Until date, more than 22 crore farmers have benefited. Our Honorable Prime Minister, when he came to Delhi and took over the reins of the government, the condition was deplorable. Those who were rowing the boats, and when they handed over the oars to us, we faced many storms amidst the ocean, but still we showed that what our mettle was, and we will show it to everyone that even under these conditions, we know how to cross the stream. Our Honorable Finance Minister, who presented the Sabka Bima, Sabki Raksha Amendment of Insurance Laws Bill, is not only an economic reform, but sir, it shows the farsightedness of social security, and it is a long haul step. Insurance is one of the most important pillar of any criteria, and even today, our insurance average is lower than the global average. Our Honorable Finance Minister has placed all these data in front of us. This bill is for the farmers, laborers, women, and people belonging to the backward classes, and they will be covered under the ambit of insurance, and financial inclusion will become a reality. India is a country which suffers a lot because of natural calamity and health issues. insurance will be able to provide compensation for these problems, and it will reduce the financial burden of the country and also ensure savings of the families. The Modi government has from time to time increased the limit of FDI in the insurance sector because this is a capital intensive sector, and this decision has ensured an influx of investment, and it will definitely benefit the poor people. They will be included in insurance cover, and there will be a competitive rate wherein the insurance companies will offer different policies. Claim settlement will be fast, export and skills will increase, and India will become a global hub, which will also provide employment in the country. The insurance sector, in long-term infrastructure, it will invest there, which will ensure that health infrastructure, road, and clean energy will develop in the country. Honorable Finance Minister, in the draft of the bill, has clarified that the management and control will remain within the country only. The premium investment will be done in India only. IRDAI will have stringent laws implemented, and policy holders, their benefits will be the topmost priority. I do not think that in such a clear bill, because even after this provisions, the opposition can have any questions. It has been clarified in the bill that the policy holders, their education and protection of fund, that provision will also be included, which will ensure that there's a safety mechanism and the policy holder will be educated about their rights. Honorable Finance Minister has clarified that LIC will open new zonal offices which will take independent decisions. However, the government monitoring will always be there. And the biggest fear of data, Honorable Finance Minister has also clarified that data protection will be there for the safeguarding the interest of the policyholders, and it has been included in this bill also. This new insurance bill, India will become an independent insurance country in the world. Honorable Chairperson, sir, people from the opposition are raising a question pertinently that why is the government in so much of hurry? You might have seen in the monsoon session that for one entire month they did not let the House run properly, and the topics on which they did not have anyone to reply, and they had to run away from the House. So I would like to tell about our Honorable Prime Minister that our Honorable Prime Minister has always been thinking about the country, and the government works day and night for making the country Viksit Bharat. I would like to state about the Honorable Prime Minister that whatever he wants to attain tomorrow, he only has today to accomplish that. He puts in his heart and soul to get that target, and that is the secret of his success. I would conclude by supporting this bill and say that this bill is not only for insurance for all by 2047. It will not only realize that dream, but also it will make India a modern, inclusive, and lucrative insurance sector. Our Honorable Finance Minister is taking a step towards Viksit Bharat, and she has introduced this bill. This will ensure that we become, this is the right time to move towards Viksit Bharat. So I would like to tell my friends from the opposition that if at any turnaround, please do not hesitate and stop. Whatever is not true, please accept. Please do not be afraid to tread on new paths. We are moving forward. Please come with us. And with this, I once again thank the Honorable Finance Minister and support this bill. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to speak. Thank you.
Today,
Chairperson sir,
bill, I am opposing the sale of social security through legislation, sir. Sir, the bill may look technical, but consequences are deeply ideological, deeply political, and deeply dangerous. Sir, insurance deals with life, health, death, and dignity. That is why our constitution places social security within the framework of social justice, socialistic justice. Yet this bill treats insurance as just another investment sector, sir. Sir, let me draw the House attention to the clause 7, which inserts section 3AA into the Insurance Act. This single clause allows 100% foreign ownership in Indian insurance companies. Let us be honest about what it means, sir. It means foreign boards will decide Indian premiums. Foreign shareholders will decide Indian exclusions. Foreign exits will decide Indian insecurity. When profits fall, capital will exit. But people cannot exit sickness, death or old age, sir. Sir, our Periyar warned us once, some time back, when capital rules society, humanity becomes collateral. Clause 7 makes Indian lives also collateral, sir. Sir, this bill names itself as Sabka Bima. Sir, if this bill is truly Sabka Bima, why does clause 27 rewrite section 27 to prioritize investment flexibility over social obligation? Why does clause 20 give IRDA power to direct investments without the parliament's approval? This bill does not guarantee coverage. This guarantees capital freedom. This is not Sabka Bima, sir. This is Sab Kuch Corporate Hai. Sir, LIC is not just another insurer, sir. It is a people's institution built with people's savings. Sir, but look at chapter 3 especially, sir. Clause 77 to 82, amending the LIC Act. These clauses say, strip LIC of its unique statutory character. Force it to operate like a market-driven company. Push it to unequal competition with multinational insurers. Sir, LIC insured farmers, women, rural families when private insurers refused. This bill punishes LIC for being compassionate. Kalaignar Karunanidhi once said, public institution exists not to surrender to it, sir. This bill does exactly opposite to it, sir. Sir, clause 30 once again, regulatory power of the, clause 30 and 31. Speaker, sir, through the clause 30, amending section 34 and clause 31, amending section 34A, IRDA is given sweeping powers to issue binding directions, sir. Order disarmament, control management and operations. Sir, but where is the check? Most of these powers are accessible through regulations, not acts. Parliament is sidelined, democracy is bypassed. Power is concentrated in unelected hands, sir. Sir, clause 17, very, very important, sir. Let's look at clause 17. Inserting new sections 14A, 14B and 14C. These provisions allow centralized processing of KYC documents, sharing of sensitive health and financial data, large-scale data pooling by insurers and intermediaries. Sir, at the time when India still struggles with data breaches, this bill creates data power without data accountability. This is not a digital governance, sir. It is a data colonization. Sir, clause again to 59 to 63, sir. Speaker, sir, under clause 59, 61 and 63, penalties can go up to 1 lakh per day, 10 crores maximum, without clear statutory safeguards. This becomes regulations by fear, not regulation by fairness. Justice must be proportionate, sir. Power must be accountable. Sir, clause 69. Through clause 69, inserting sections 114B and 114C, the authority is empowered to issue subsidiary instructions. Let the House understand this very clearly, sir. These instructions have binding force, are not debated here, can override intent through interpretation. This backdoor lawmaking, delegated legislation is replacing democratic debate, sir. Sir, insurance affects state health schemes.
1 second, Kadir sir. Now it is almost 6. So if the House agrees, we will extend the House till the bill is passed.
Agreed, sir.
Okay, House is extended till the bill is not passed, bill is disposed of.
You all agree, sir?
Thank you.
Sir, Speaker, sir, we know very clearly insurance affects state health schemes, cooperative insurances, insurance societies, employment and welfare delivery. But not one clause mandates state consultation, federal consent, cooperative protection. This is missing in this act, sir. Sir, this follows the same pattern we saw in GST, NEET, Finance Commission injustice also, sir. Sir, Tamil Nadu is administered, not consulted by in this act. Who bears the risk, sir? Sir, the poor may pay premium. Corporates collect the dividend. Private insurance cherry pick the profit. LIC carries responsibility. This bill rewards profit and penalizes compassion, sir. Sir, profit is protected. People are exposed, sir, in this. Sir, Speaker, sir, once again, Parent Anna said, government exists to protect the weak, not strengthen the strong. Kalanger said, markets without morality destroy democracy. Clause by clause, this bill strengthens the strong and abandons the weak, sir. Sir, this bill tells the poor, your security depends on profitability. It tells the state, your consent is unnecessary. It tells the parliament, your role is very ceremonial. Sir, it tells the corporations, India's society's social security is open for business. Sir, we reject this bill. As a representative of Tamil Nadu and a believer of Dravidian social justice and a defender of constitutional socialism, sir, I strongly oppose the introduction and the introduction of this bill. I demand this withdrawal, or at the very least, it has to be, for the consideration, it has to be referred to a standing committee of the parliament. Sir, social justice is not for sale. People's savings are not for foreign capital, sir. India will not become a corporate insurance colony. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, Kadir Sahan. Srimati Sambhavi ji.
सभापति महोदय आप
Honorable Chairperson, sir, you have given me opportunity to speak on this important bill, the Sabka Bima Sabki Raksha Amendment of Insurance Laws Bill 2025. And on behalf of my party, I am standing here to speak in support of this bill. I thank our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji and the Finance Minister Srimati Nirmala Sitharaman ji for bringing in such a wonderful bill in this August House, which will take care of the common people. We value the lives of the common people, and we know this fact, and we are trying to restore the value of the common men. And it is surprising that whenever we talk about the defense and security in this house, the opposition has an objection. And when we try to protect the income of the common people, they have an objection. When we talk of improving the economic status of the women in Bihar, then they have an objection. And when we talk about Operation Sindoor, by which we protected our borders, then they have an objection. And when we talk about SIR, which strengthens our democratic values, then they have an objection. So I do not understand whether they have an allergy with the safety, security, or the democratic values. They have problem with the government, or they have problem with the poor people. When we talk about the rights of the marginalized, they always have an objection. This bill has been is an indication that the government is very serious about Viksit Bharat 2047, as well as they are making effort to extend the insurance benefits to the countrymen. And our vision is to reform, perform, and transform. And under that, we have made marvelous changes in last one decade, and this is one step in that direction. I have some figures. Pradhan Mantri Jeevan Jyoti Bima Nigam up to March 2025, 23 crore people have been included, and about 18,102 crore rupees claims worth has been settled. And if we talk about Pradhan Mantri Suraksha Bima Yojana, there have been about 50 crore nominations, which includes 23 crore women. And when we talk about Atal Pension Yojana, it has got 46 crore, 1,000 crore rupees fund, and crores of women have been benefited from this scheme. So it indicates that the government is concerned about the life of the people, and they want to extend the benefits of insurance to all the countrymen. There are provisions in this bill which I would like to reiterate. The FDI has been increased from 74% to 100%, and when the FDI will be increased to 100%, and there will be more competitive insurance market in the country, and the prices insurance will be available at very affordable cost, and it will be in the interest of the people. And if we talk about the foreign reinsurance, during the time of calamity, the foreign reinsurance amount has been reduced from 5,000 crore to 1,000 crore, and the small insurance companies at very high risk, and when the foreign companies will come in during the time of distress, they will not cater for the insurance of the common people and the small farmers. And clause 50 highlights that the language of this law is gender neutral, and therefore it will fill the gap between the male and female. I am a women member of parliament, and we have a Jivika Didi group in Bihar, and under Atal Pension Yojana 48% of the women are covered under Atal Pension Yojana, and the women in the rural area must get the maximum benefit. And another clause is 93, which is our insurance penetration is very less as compared to the global penetration, and therefore under clause 93 there is a provision of spreading awareness of the insurance among common people, and it must be publicized in local languages as well. Jai Hind, Jai Bihar. Thank you very much, Honorable Chairperson, sir, to allowing me to speak on the Sabka Bima Sabki Raksha Amendment of Insurance Laws Bill 2025. Please listen to me carefully. I'm talking about you only. Honorable Chairperson, sir, I am here to speak on this bill, and we are talking about increasing the FDI to 100%. Then I can recall a statement given by Honorable Prime Minister in 2014, and I hope that you also remember that what he used to say about FDI. You must be aware of that. Today, it has been increased from 26% to 49% and to 75%, and then now it is 100%. The statements of Honorable Prime Minister, we can recall at many occasions. When we talk about rupee, when we talk about security of the nation, when we talk about per capita income, and we can have differences, but we still recall statements given by Honorable Prime Minister, and I don't know what limitations he has, that he has not been able to fulfill those promises. Honorable Speaker, sir, 100% FDI is, and there is another provision is that there will be one Indian head who will take care of this FDI. I can recall East India Company when they came to India, and they used to capture the king, the princely estates, and they used to appoint one local king, and then gradually they captured all the land in India. This bill is against the farmers and against the poor and against the students of the country. I would like to know from Honorable Finance Minister that whether she has carried out any survey to compensate to the loss of crops to the farmers, I come from an area when the farmers are suffering from various kinds of problems, and there are small farmers who are suffering. There are landless farmers, and your insurance scheme only provides insurance if they have their own land, and they come, and there are people who come, they pay, and they get their land cultivated, and there are landless laborers who are working on contracts, and they are mostly from PDA category, and it is a planned conspiracy against PDA groups. And I would like to draw the attention of Honorable Finance Minister. There are poor students, and when they face a calamity and when the head of the family dies, then that student has to drop out from the school. He doesn't have money to pay fee, and if at all you want to provide insurance, though you should provide insurance for these kind of people. You are doing nothing for these affected people. Medical services is one of the most important sectors. You have brought in Ayushman card. There was our government in Uttar Pradesh, and even if someone needed 40 lakh rupees for treatment, we used to provide that. And you see the inflation, what treatment comes in 5 lakh rupees. Earlier, we used to take care of all people, and today Honorable Chief Minister says that when you ask for 5 lakh rupees, they only receive 50,000 rupees. I can quote various examples. Honorable Prime Minister, when he was Chief Minister, and he used to say that how the central government used to trouble the state governments, and it is happening today also, since they have government in center. Please address the chair, Speaker. They are not worthy of my attention, sir. You are right, sir. The FDI has been increased to 100%. Our LIC money is being invested in various other companies, and the people and all the data related to the citizen will be given away to the foreign companies.
Regarding, अभी तो 2-3 मिनट दे दीजिए हम तो साफ.
So please give me 2-3 minutes. Please conclude in 1 minute. I would like to say that this bill which has been brought in, it is against the poor, and it is not talking about the social security. And if there is no social security in a bill, especially for the farmers, I would like that I would like to say that the people of Purvanchal and farmers, and if they have, they lose their crops due to various reasons, they must get the benefit, and the poor farmers and poor students must get benefit, and for treatment, whatever amount they need, it must be provided. Whenever there is 100% FDI, my party will oppose that, sir. Thank you, Honorable Chairperson, sir, for providing me opportunity to speak on the Sabka Bima Sabki Raksha Bill 2025. Honorable Chairperson, sir, the government has brought in this bill in the name of reform and simplification, and if you go through the provisions of the bill, it is very evident that this bill is not about the insurance security, but it is for marketing the insurance. The most serious concern of this bill is Chapter 2, Section 7, and the new Section 33A, the foreign investors will be able to keep 100% portion of the Indian companies, and in our insurance sector, there will be 100% foreign ownership. And I would like to know from the Honorable Finance Minister, when the ownership will be completely with the foreign companies, and when the important decision making will be in the foreign in the hands of foreign companies, then how the Indian clients will have their rights protected, and there is no statutory condition of protecting the rights of the common people. It is a very sensitive sector, and there is no national control on this in this important sector. And through you, Honorable Chairperson, sir, this goes away from rule of law, and it rules through notifications. Sir, according to Section 21, Section 27A, B, C, and D has been completely repealed, and these sections were related to the security, and after removing these sections, they have also given away the security that was ensured earlier. And about Section 14A, B, and C, the insurance companies will be able to gather Aadhaar, PAN, and other important informations related to the clients. There is no obligation of the company of data integrity, and also there is no stopping of sharing of data. And LIC Act has also been amended. LIC can open the offices without obtaining permission from the central government, and they can also invest in foreign companies and foreign affairs, and they will operate more like private companies. The interest of the poor people have not been protected, and it will take LIC towards privatization, sir. This bill is more than insurance protection. It is for protecting the investment of the corporate sector, and it is in the interest of the corporate sector. This bill is named Sabka Bima Sabke Raksha, but I can say that this name is going to protect only the corporate and the government. I demand from the Honorable Finance Minister and the government that the provision of 100% FDI must be withdrawn, and the policy making must be strengthened, and LIC must be given legal protection, and this bill must be referred to a parliamentary committee, sir.
Sir, for allowing me to speak on this. On behalf of Telugu Desam Party, I stand in support of Sabka Bima Sabka Raksha bill, sir. The reasons being, in India, the penetration of insurance is only up to 3.7%, whereas globally, the penetration is almost close to 7% or above that. So, before bringing this bill, there are few other changes that have been made by the Finance Minister, sir. In the recent budget also, she has announced reduction of GST from 18% to 0% on individual health insurance, sir. This measure has been taken so that majority of the population can get access to the insurance scheme, sir. This is a good, and now bringing 100% FDI into insurance is again in the direction so that more people can get access to the insurance schemes, sir. But I want to make two quick suggestions, sir. One being the IRDAI, which governs, which regulates the insurance companies, has been little bit stringent, because in India, a country like India, it's a large country with large population. We have around 70 to 72 insurance companies, sir. 16% of the population have this 70 to 72 insurance companies, whereas rest of the 86% of the population, 84% of the population has 15,000 companies across the world, sir. So that is very low in India. So yes, we have reduction GST is a good thing, and also bringing the FDI will actually democratize the insurance policies. But having more insurance companies in the country is the direction we should be thinking of, sir. Because if you look at the example of RBI, obviously 20-25 years back there were only limited number of banks, but not enough penetration of the credit that has been happening, sir. But RBI has come forward and has given a lot of licenses to the banks, not only to the banks but also to the NBFCs also, so that more penetration of loans can happen, and we have seen the benefits of it. So in that same direction, I request Finance Ministry to look at in the direction so that more licenses for the insurance companies can be given, so that more people can access this. Because having 70 in a population of almost 1.6 crore is too less. Even when you compare Sri Lanka, a small country like Sri Lanka has 50 companies, sir. For such a small country with such a small population. So I think this regulation needs to be looked at so that more number of companies come in, sir. And also, second and the last session is, we have been seeing Fasal Bima Yojana and also the health insurance schemes. They are good in a major extent, but very broad in nature, sir. But it needs to be brought at the farm gate level, because the private companies are doing it.
Thank you.
Government insurance also should be looking in the same direction.
Thank you, Love
suggestions,
Krishna,
sir,
please.
and by speech with support.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Sri Malvinder Singh ji.
बहुत अहम बिल
This is very important bill, Sabka Bima Sabki Raksha. You have given me the opportunity. I am very thankful to you. Sir, as far as Sabka Bima Sabki Raksha is concerned, so till now, our people of the country always have faith over the Life Insurance Corporation of India, whether they are from the lower middle class or middle class, and every person has full faith over the LIC. Now 100% FDI is bringing in the sector of the insurance from 2014 to 2023, and we are seeing the penetration in the sector of insurance, very nominal increase are there from 3.33 to 3.37. Why penetration is not being done? The reason is behind this is premium. When private companies will be given full-fledged authority, then the poor people will not get the opportunity to take the policies. Poor people are afraid of going inside the private banks or private firms. So we are also having more faith over the LIC, that is the public sector undertaking company. So I don't think that our common man can get any benefit out of this. Only private companies will be benefited out of this bill. I have got 2 to 3 suggestions from the government of India, and through you I would request that there are vacuum in some field, like no composite license is not at the centralized, then again it will become a license Raj for health insurance, car insurance, general insurance, life insurance. I think the licensing should be in a composite way, and as it has said, I think this is very old thing, and you people have not considered this in this bill, and you have not taken care of new entrants, and draft budget from earlier draft, no provision for capital insurance company. So bill is also silent in large corporate, though big corporate house, they want to ensure themselves. So what is the process and their
can be the mismanagement and misleading thing can happen. So I would like to request to the government. We have full faith over LIC. So how it can be made easy and the penetration could be increased. So I think social justice, according to the constitution, we will be able if we strengthen the LIC. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for giving me an opportunity to speak on the Insurance Amendment Bill. At the outset, I would like to thank my party, the Indian National Congress, for giving me an opportunity to speak on insurance. This Insurance Amendment Act would have great ramifications on the general public at large. Our insurance sector is regulated as per the Insurance Act of 1938, which was enacted. The insurance sector was nationalized. Post-independence, it was nationalized to protect the public interest at large, to enlarge the coverage, and also to mobilize the household savings. The enactment of 1938 of the Insurance Act was with the objective of monopolizing the insurance sector, and major public companies were merged under the General Insurance Corporation of India. The sole purpose was to protect insurance sector from private and foreign participation, ensuring that the state has central role in providing insurance to the public at large. Sir, post-liberalization of the economy in 1990, the FDIs were established, and as per the Malhotra Committee's recommendation, the IREDA Act of 1999 led to the opening of the insurance sector to private and foreign players in the year 2000 through joint ventures. Now, sir, in 2000, the cap for insurance sector was 26%. Later on, this cap was increased to 49%. That was in the year 2015. And again, in 2021, there was a significant increase in the private sector's share of premium. It was enhanced to 74% in 2021 by removing the Indian ownership and control requirement. Now, there is a move to increase FDI to 100% in the insurance sector. Sir, I would like to draw your attention to the fact that there are many demerits for this 100% FDI in the insurance sector. I would like to highlight a few of them. The loss of public control over a strategic financial sector. Increasing the FDI to 100% would allow complete foreign ownership and control over insurance operations in India, including decision-making for investment, pricing, and risk selection. There also, sir, increased risk of foreign dominance and capital outflows. This amendment and this bill allowing 100% FDI would also lead to the dominance of foreign companies and hegemony over the market. The domestic investors may not have the financial strength, and this could also lead to a large share of premium income flowing out of the country through dividends and payments within multinational groups. Sir, this is certainly going to adversely impact the domestic business. This would erode the insurance sector. And sir, Section 6 and Section 6A has been compromised because this was a major safeguard provided, and this has been compromised because Section 6 and 6A laid down statutory ceiling on shareholders, transfer of shares, ownership thresholds, voting rights. This has been compromised. This has been explicitly, the 100% FDI in insurance would compromise on this aspect, sir.
Yes.
Therefore, I oppose this insurance amendment bill, which
you.
does not protect and promote the local business and entrepreneurs involved in insurance sector. Sir, as the name suggests, the Sabka Bima, Sabki Raksha. Sir, I would like to draw your attention that up till 2014 in Lakshadweep, our general population at large, we had a blanket cover. 100% insurance was given, health insurance was given, but that has been withdrawn. So I want to understand from the government, where do we fit in this Sabka Vikas, Sabka Bima and Sabki Raksha amendment of insurance laws bills? So I would request and urge the government to relook on this amendment and keep this bill in abeyance and not give complete control to foreign investors and thereby protect our local market and insurance sector. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Shri Mannalal ji. Shri Mannalal Rawat ji. Yes.
Sir, धन्यवाद आपका.
Thank you, Chairman, sir. You have given me opportunity to speak upon the bill Sabka Bima Sabka Raksha. What is Bima? I am the customer of the Life Insurance Corporation of India. In 2000, I have taken one policy and I have been told that I am getting 18 lakh rupees as a sum assured. This is a very important, this is a contract, and this is above all a faith, because when people's faith, if they are getting, this is a very big thing, and when Sabka Bima Sabka Saath Sabka Vikas, it is given by the Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji. This is very important that when we compare with other countries of the world, so this is the matter of concern in Constitution of India, and according to the preamble, we talk about the socio-economic justice, and this is a very good part of that equity. And because of that, Honorable Chairman, sir, this bill has given the provision 1938 Act and IRDA Act and LIC of India Act 1956 and General Insurance 1972. This amends all such bills and include all those acts in one. So this becomes very important, and this protection, how it can be strengthened and move forward. So I support this bill, and I would request all that this bill should be passed by the support of all the members. The objective is very simple, as there will be no any overburden of cost, and other objective is in insurance sector, this should be go ahead, and according to the country's progress, be insurance sector should also be in advantageous manner. And when insurance companies and insurance agents, their progress is also important, and the commission of the agent should be also intact, and all the sectors should be transparent, and their regulation should be also in a good manner. This is also important. When we see in world we stand 10th, and in general insurance we are in 15th, and we are lacking behind, and we are the biggest democratic country. So this is also important that we should progress in this sector also. And regarding data preservation, we should also take care of it. And in this sector, as I have already said, government has taken steps for farmers, for given some relaxation in GST for middle class people, in other insurance sector like health insurance. Ayushman Yojana is also very helpful in this, and benefits are getting. And if because of FDI, if foreign investors come here, the collection of premium will be invested in the India only. This is the biggest provision here. And second, if irregularity is there in this sector, then the whole pattern will be inspected by the IRDA. This authority is also given to the IRDA. For LIC, it is also benefit. If they have to open any general office, they don't have to take consent of the government. They can do so on their own. This is just supporting the Sabka Saath Sabka Vikas, and Sabka Bima is also important. Because of that only Sabki Raksha could be happen. And opposition are opposing this. If everybody's development will be there, then because of the political reason they are commenting, as this bill is very important. So I request, I urge all, this bill should be passed by support of all. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Sir, thank you for giving this opportunity to speak on Sabka Bima Sabki Raksha bill, sir. Sir, I hope the letter and spirit of this bill not only confines to life insurance but also to health insurance and the agriculture crop insurance as well, sir. Sir, some of the advantages of this bill are, sir, this bill opens a pathway for up to 100% FDI in Indian insurance companies to be governed by conditions notified subsequently by the Finance Ministry. In a capital-intensive, scale-driven sector, this initiative can propel growth, sir. Sir, India's insurance coverage remains low by global standards when compared to global standards, with life insurance penetration at around 3% and general insurance close to only 1%. This highlights deep gaps in access, awareness, and affordability, especially in rural and informal sectors. Sir, this initiative, this bill will definitely increase the coverage across the country, sir. Sir, one of the main challenges of this bill, sir, this bill does not address the claim settlement ratio data being used as a misleading tactic by insurance companies, sir. Sir, insurance companies in our country boost their high claim settlement ratio by approving small claims while often rejecting larger genuine claims on technicalities, making the actual claim amount settlement ratio much lower, which is where the real financial impact lies for the consumer, sir. Even the much quoted 96.82% claim settlement ratio is misleading because a claim is counted as settled even when it is only partially approved. Families often receive just 60% or 65% of the insured amount after heavy deductions, yet such cases are proudly added to the settled column. This inflates the numbers without reflecting the real value paid to the policyholders. Sir, on behalf of YSR Congress Party, we support this bill, sir, provided the bill should not negatively impact insurance employees and there should be safeguards for the jobs, rights and service conditions of existing insurance employees, sir. Sir, the Government of India must move towards universal basic health insurance by expanding Ayushman Bharat to cover all citizens of the country, sir. Sir, IRDAI must be strengthened into a proactive SEBI-like regulator to effectively oversee foreign and domestic insurance companies, sir. Sir, finally, insurance-related adjudication and dispute resolution mechanisms must be comprehensively reformed to ensure timely and fair justice. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Sri K. Radhakrishnan.
Sir, I rise to strongly oppose the Sabka Bima, Sabka Raksha amendment of Insurance Law, Bill 2025. Sir,
when we were discussing the bill, I am very glad that you are in the chair. I am offering my gratitude to you, sir. Sir, Sabka Bima, Sabka Raksha.
Suggest universal. The matter of the bill moves in the opposite direction. This bill is away from social security and towards corporate-driven insurance expansion. Sir, this bill proposes sweeping amendment to existing insurance laws under the pretext of improving penetration and efficiency. In reality, it facilitates greater privatization, consolidation, and foreign and private sector dominance in the insurance sector. Sir, weakening the public character of insurance that has been built over the decades in this country. Sir, public sector insurance like LIC and general insurance companies have played a crucial role in social security, rural outreach, and nation building. This bill risks reducing them to mere marketplace players competing on unequal terms.
sir. The bill also dilute regulatory oversight and parliamentary accountability, granting excessive power to executive and regulators without adequate safeguard. There is no clarity on how misleading claim, rejection or exclusionary practice will be prevented, particularly when private players dominate. Sir, most importantly, the slogan, Sabka Bima, Sabka Vikas, Sabka Raksha, rings hollow when there is no legality enforceable, right to insurance or guaranteed coverage for all citizens. Without strengthening public insurance and ensuring state responsibility, this bill reduces social protection to a market transaction. Sir, therefore, I urge the government to withdraw this bill. Sir, I submit a simple request to Honorable the Finance Minister to withdraw the bill, then we can discuss the matter further. I strongly oppose once again this bill. If this bill may be withdrawn.
Thank you, Honourable Member. Honourable Member, Sir E.T. Muhammad Basirji.
Sir, thank you very much. Sir, before making my observation on this bill, I would like to make an appeal. That is, save LIC. If you throw this LIC to have a fight with the multinationals, it's very clear that it will go to doldrums. I hope that the government will show that kindness to this prestigious board institution. Even otherwise, LIC is facing a lot of illness, such as portfolio losses, stock performance, corporate exposure, operational and strategic challenges, and similarly external campaign and perception. We all know that LIC is navigating a mix of market volatility, internal kind of difficulties like staff shortage, and this kind of thing they are suffering. If you are not coming forward for the rescue of this LIC, we will be showing a bad plight. Similarly, when we are talking this, I would like to say that we must have a precaution and preparedness. What is the position now? Public sector is weakening. On the other side, private parties like, not only in the small scale, in a big scale, at the international level, they are coming to capture the entire market. Like India, it's a problematic kind of things. Strong regulatory framework. Even Honorable Minister, in our opening remarks today, was also saying the necessity of regulatory mechanism. I hope that we must establish a robust independent regulator like IRDAI to oversee licensing first. Similarly, operations, pricing and solvency of insurance companies. We have to ensure that. We have to verify it that way. Second thing is financial soundness requirement. When new parties come with the new offers, impose minimum capital, solvency margins, and reserve requirement to ensure insurers can meet future claims. That is a safety thing. Then consumer protection measures, mandate transparency in policy terms, fair pricing, grievance redressal mechanism, that kind of things. Protection against mishandling. Similarly, risk management standard, requirement insurers to adopt sound underwriting practices, insurance arrangement, and risk-based supervision. That also is a necessity. Similarly, phased and controlled entry allow gradual entry of private and foreign players to prevent market instability and excessive competition. It's a very important result. When we ask the Indian companies, you fight with the multinationals. We have to realize the situation, whether they can fight. If they cannot fight, how it can survive? What I am saying is, if you are not coming for the rescue of these institutions, we will be in a dangerous situation. Very good. Universal service obligation, impose social and rural sector obligation. So insurers reaches vulnerable and underserved population. That also to be considered properly. Monitoring and accountability. That's a very important thing, sir. It's easy to open the doors for everybody, but unless we are not assuring this kind of thing, we will be in danger. Crisis preparedness. We have to be prepared to meet this kind of crisis. Okay. I'm concluding, sir. One more point I would like to say that if we are not doing this kind of kindness is not prevailing in you, we will be in danger. Public sector is public sector. It is having its own greatness. But instead of fighting with the others, you have to support them. Government should support the private sector, public sector. With the few expectation, I present that the government may take, wisdom may prevail upon the government and take appropriate action in this regard.
Member.
I thank you very much.
V. Selvaraj ji.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity, Chairman sir. I extend my pranams to Finance Minister also. Sabka Bima, Sabki Raksha. This amendment rule has to be repealed. In insurance sector, 100% FDI is going to be a bad impact for the Indian economy and the investors. It is a social security. It is not just a business opportunity. Insurance is collecting the money from the savings from the people. National development and social development are the main objectives for this. 100% FDI in this means that Indian savings, the families of Indian savings are going to be used by the foreign companies. Finance sector is a strategic sector. The government's control on this sector will be weakened. This will lead to exploitation. The foreign companies which are profit oriented will exploit the people. This is not for the people of India. This will give only protection to the foreign companies. Urban, high income, low risk consumers will be the targets for these businesses. If it is given FDI, it will be against the interests of the consumers, senior citizens, poor people, unorganized sector laborers. They will be affected. Consumers need to be protected. They should not be used for profit making. LIC, GIC, public sector companies, they are serving the rural people and underserved people. They invest in national schemes. 100% FDI will not result in a level playing field. This is going towards indirect privatization of everything. This will only ruin this sector, insurance sector. 100% FDI will only encourage outsourcing. So the job security will be impacted badly, and everyone will be, the labor unions will be damaged. It will be like China. Even China is handling its insurance sector in its own control. National institutes will be affected because of this. China is using insurance sector as a development tool, not as profit-making tool. Even Latin American countries have privatized the insurance sector completely. The implications of this was very bad for this, and the governments intervened and took the necessary measures to correct it. So this is a warning for India. Before 2047, to bring insurance to everyone, FDI 100% is not acceptable. This will only weaken the public sector units. We should not do this, encouraging FDI sector. FDI income has been very low. Insurance can be given only by the government. 7,350 rupees dividends have been given to the government. FDI sector has not benefited the Indian sectors. Many foreign companies, these 25 years, they have left India with these investments. ING, N.K. Premachandran, one.
Last sentence. Yes.
Long-term institutes, these institutes have to be protected. Vande Mataram 150 celebrations has been done, and the flag has been given respect in this parliament. And
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman, sir. Sir, I rise to oppose, strongly oppose, the Sabka Bima Sabka Suraksha Amendment of Insurance Laws Bills 2025. So today morning at the time of introduction of the bill, I have raised so many objections that objections may be treated as part of my speech in opposing the bill also. Sir, I would like to remember the days of the global melting down, that is the global economic crisis during the year 2008. See, at the time, we all know that the architects of the new liberalized economic reforms is none other than Dr. Manmohan Singh. He was the then Prime Minister. Along with the Finance Minister, they were returning from global summit so as to address the issue of the melting down. When we reached Delhi, had a press meeting, and the press people, I asked a very pertinent questions to them. And the question was, the global economic crisis or the melting down, how it will be affecting the Indian economy. That was the pertinent question asked. The then Prime Minister, Honorable Manmohan Singh Ji, has replied to the press people that this global economic crisis is not adversely affecting the Indian economy. Then again the question has been raised, why? Then he has answered that because we are having strong public sector undertakings in the insurance sector as well as in the banking sector. So this is the way by which the Indian economy was saved during the global economic crisis in the year 2008. That is the strength of the public sector undertakings in the country. So unfortunately, by this will 100% equity or 100% foreign direct investment in the insurance sector. And it is indirectly, it is a privatizing the total insurance sector, we know very well. See, I would like to raise the example, cite the example regarding the Life Insurance Corporation of India. It is a statutory, it is an organization formed by a means of the statute of the parliament in the year 1956. Sir, 5 crores was the paid up capital of that company or the corporation. So now what is the wealth and asset and the capital of the Life Insurance Corporation? When we are all talking of the penetration is very less compared to the global average, 7 point something in Kerala, sorry, in India it is just 3%. And when we have to discuss about from 1956 to 2020 the growth of Life Insurance Corporation and the role of the Life Insurance Corporation in the development of the country, in the infrastructure development, so many welfare schemes and the infrastructure developments, the contribution was too much. My question to the Honorable Minister is, suppose the 100% foreign direct investment, the multinational corporations doing business in the field of the insurance, and whether they are concerned about the national development of the country, they will grab the profit and they will be benefited. But as far as the public sector undertakings like Life Insurance Corporation and the general general insurance corporations are concerned, the benefit and the profit will be utilized for the welfare of the nation and for the development of the nation. That is the history which we have seen during all these 75 years. Sir, coming to this, one other point, what is the main point regarding the growth and development of the life insurance corporation? Sir, that is the main is, sir, the market share. If you go through the market share, even after foreign investment in the general insurance sector and the life insurance sector, they couldn't compete with the life insurance sector. Why? Because of the strength of the LIC agents in the country. There are 13 lakhs, now it is 14 lakhs of LIC agents are there. They are having, that is the strength of the Indian insurance corporation, that is the life insurance corporation. But as far as the general insurance corporations are concerned, they are not having such a strength. That is the reason by which there the market share of the private companies and the foreign companies it will be more than 70%. But as far as the LIC or the life insurance sector is concerned, still, even after all this privatization and globalization, life insurance corporation is maintaining the market share at a high rate of more than 60%. If this be the situation, now we are inviting foreign direct investment up to 100% and giving benefits to them. Definitely that will be adversely affecting the life insurance corporation, and definitely that will be resulting in the livelihood of the LIC agents who are working for the benefit of the country and benefit of the corporation. Sir, coming to 3 clauses, I have given notices of 7 amendments, out of which the 3 clauses I would like to, clause 7 I am not leaving, already I have spoke, and regarding clause 71, I would like to seek a clarification from the Honorable Minister, because it is ambiguous and it is not clear, it is vague. Clause 71, sir, I will just read it. That is in section 116 of the original act. The central government may, by order, published in the official gazette and for the reason to be recorded in writing, exempt any insurer constituted, incorporated or domiciled in any country outside India from any provisions of the act which may be specified in the order, either absolutely or subject to such conditions or modifications as may be provided in such order. That means power is being given to the central government to exempt from the requirements of this provisions of this bill as far as these foreign multinational corporations are concerned. Is it not an undue benefit being provided to the multinational corporations than the domestic companies? And also one more provision that is regarding the agents. I would like to seek the clarification from the Honorable Minister, that is regarding clause 36. That means Insurance Regulatory Development Authority of India. That will be, yes sir, it will be determining, for which also I am seeking a clarification. So once again, I would like to urge upon the Honorable Minister, please protect the public sector undertakings in the country, in particular the life insurance corporation as well as the general insurance companies, so as to have the development of the nation and for the welfare of the nation. With these words, once again, I strongly oppose this bill providing 100% foreign direct investment to the corporate in the private sector. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, Honorable Members. V. Venti Lingomji.
Respected Chairman, sir, our Finance Minister has brought in a bill for this, for insurance for everyone. At this juncture, through this bill, 74% FDI has been increased to 100% FDI. At this juncture, what we feel is
this figure should not be increased, particularly if you want to say the foreign companies, if they come to India, they can increase the premium amount. It should be stopped or that should be regulated. That is my demand. Similarly, the insurance sum assured, to get that, the regulation should be clear-cut defined, and the small companies, the people cannot compete with the big companies, and they are finding it difficult to get the claim settlements. That should be also regulated. Another issue is that the medical insurance, if you talk about that, the big companies in the big hospitals, they are accepting these insurance policies, but the small hospitals do not accept these insurance policies and insurance coverage because the insurance companies do not refund that amount to the small hospitals. They don't accept this. As a result of that, the poor people are affected, and there should be some regulation in this regard as well. Similarly, if you see the crop insurance or the farmers insurance, we go for sample survey. It is region specific insurance. It should be farmer specific insurance rather. If they have the paddy crop, the diseases which affect the crop, that should be considered, and the individual farmer, if he is affected, he should be given the insurance coverage. Similarly, the sugarcane farmers, they are affected very much because of the diseases in Kadalur, Viluppuram and Puducherry. There are many sugarcane growers, they are affected. You are aware of that. In Pollachi, coconut cultivation is in a large scale, and the area is covered by coconut farmers. Because of the waterborne diseases, the farmers are affected and they are facing losses. The group insurance, if you say, the survey, on the basis of survey, they give the compensation, and the farmers are affected very much, but they don't get adequate compensation, and the timely release of such compensation is also not done. If you see, for 2 years and 3 years, there is a delay of such compensation being paid to the farmers, and you are aware of the fact that Puducherry faces disasters so often, and vehicles are immersed in water. And if the people, the insurance cover for vehicles is not done, that because the floods get these vehicles immersed in water, there should be some regulation for that. Sir, only 3 more points we have. And the private banks, if you see, it is the priority sector. They don't give loans under Mudra loan or some other schemes. They are not considering this as a priority sector. The insurance sector, that should be considered as a priority sector. There should be something made mandatory for this. In Puducherry, you are aware of the fact that our Lieutenant Governor of Puducherry, due to his efforts, the fake drug manufacturing companies have been blocked, they have been seized, and that is blocked now. So people are arrested. Some children have died due to this spurious drugs. Only 1 minute, sir, I will conclude. Due to this fake drugs, they should also be, the people who are affected by these fake drugs should also be covered under insurance cover. Because of the falls of the hospitals, if such things are happen, this compensation should be covered under insurance cover. Due to the fake drug manufacturing, many people have been affected. There should be stringent action on them. Thank you.
This bill, sir, I rise to speak on this bill with much apprehension and a lot of doubts as far as the intent of the government. Sir, this Sabka Bima, Sabki Raksha Bill 2025. Sir, the bill proposes sweeping changes, sir, in the existing bill. I mean, we are reaching 100% FDI, starting from 26% to 49% to 74% to 100% through this enactment. So the objective, as publicly stated by the Honorable Finance Minister, is to reach insurance for all by 2047, and 100% FDI will be available to companies which invest the entire premium in India. Will the government ensure that? I would like to know from the Honorable Finance Minister, sir. And also, the minister says that the removal of FDI cap will attract, stable and sustained foreign investment, increase competition, facilitate technology transfer, improve insurance penetration in the country. And also, sir, in insurance penetration is only, less than third if you take the global average. And insurance density is only 10th of the global average. So, sir, there is a lot of scope for our existing companies to improve their business in our country. So what is this technology transfer? I don't understand, sir. In insurance business, this is not a high technology area. Yeah, I can understand if it is chip making or something like that, you have to import, technology from outside. But this is just, bookkeeping and management of finance, which I don't know what high technology is going to be brought from abroad. So, sir, removal of this FDI cap and bringing in foreign companies into our market, where we had seven public sector companies, and now gradually it has risen to 73 insurers now, 73 companies now, and the global average is around 10,000. And if all those companies are going to come in and invest in this country, of course, FDI, foreign direct investment, foreign capital will come, but what will be the outcome ultimately of our companies? That is the main point to be thought of. What technology is going to be transferred and what kind of strengthening. There will be, of course, competition, and that competition, whether there will be a level playing field. That is the main thing, sir. So I would like to know from the Honorable Minister how it is going to benefit our country. Of course, competition, if it benefits the larger public, that is good. We are not against it. But by competition, if our companies are going to be, left out of the market, then is that what we want? Is that strengthening of our companies? Sir, I will complete, sir. Just give me a few minutes. So, all this relaxing, where it will take our country, our company, our interest of our people. That is the main thing, sir. And the main thing is capital investment is not the only factor holding back growth of insurance in this country. The regulatory structure should focus on reforms to favor the customers. Lengthy and reluctant claim settlement does not impair customer confidence. Mis-selling of insurance products, changing of quick profitability, chasing quick profitability.
Thank you, Honourable Member. Thank you.
These are all these affects customer trust. Companies should be guided by rules to trust customers. Regulators should ensure curbing of insurance fraud.
माननीय सदस्य श्री
And
दर्शन
spreading
सिंह
coverage
जी
will keep.
दर्शन सिंह जी
अध्यक्ष महोदय जी
Honorable Chairman, sir, today, with your kind permission, the Sabka Bima Sabki Raksha Amendment of Insurance Laws Bill 2025, on this I am going to present my views, sir. Today, this House is not just discussing on this bill, but this House is discussing on the security and the dignity of people of a country also. And that's why in this social and economic journey of a country, in that it is a very decisive step, and it is with Vani and
सुरक्षा और कल्याण की जिम्मेदारी
your security and responsibilities are with us. It's our responsibility. And after 75 years of independence also, there's a big part of our society where very scary of this accident and of these accidents. And that's why they don't have the insurance, but this inequality is going to be solved by this insurance, because I thank PM Saab and the minister, but this is not limited to cities only, and it was just in the papers only, it was away from the common man. But today our government has thought about it, that it's not some luxury thing, it should be the right of every citizen. That's why we said that we are protecting everyone. So, Chairman sir, today almost 60 to 65% population of a country is uninsured, and it's really seriously uninsured also. And the rural area, unorganized sector, the small shopkeepers and these daily wagers are away from this insurance cover. But lakhs of families are below poverty line because of this reason.
and in 1956 law and the laws before that were all about social insecurity, and they were insufficient to deal with the people's rights. So it was necessary to bring this law, and the biggest power of this bill is its perspective. It's not just tax or some urban people's rights, but the insurance is for social security basis of everybody. So in 1938, 56 LIC law and IRDA's rule 93 are being amended by this one. So if we are not reforming at just breakage level, we want the reform system. So for that, this penetration was required, and IDR was made to be more capable, and distribution channels were to be developed, new products were to be prospered in a big way to bring them security, and the party holders protection was the matter. So through you, I'd like to say, Honorable Sir, one thing is there about the road accidents, and continuously these kinds of incidents happen, and through you, I would like to request that my area also is facing these problems. If in these accidents 4 laning of roads is done, and that will really help the people. Harda to Timarni and Nandapuram, Hoshangabad and Jabalpur also, this road should be 4 laned, so that our requirements are filled and we can save our children from accidents, and we can get this relief from these calamities. And this bill is really helping this justice which was brought up by Dr. Baba Sahib Ambedkar. This is for some society or group, not for some company or not for election, but it is for the country. And therefore I want to say, Honorable Sir, this bill, today the 25 companies of life insurance companies and other non-life insurance companies in 2015, which was giving up to 49%, and then later on up to 76%. Now thank Prime Minister that now it is 100% FDI now, and this job has been done by Modi ji. And I request that 81%. I just want to conclude, sir. I am concluding, sir, in 1 minute, sir. This ease of doing business, apart from that, ease of living also is the concept. This is being provided here, because if we are not having this safety, then accidents occur, and it's with life and after life also. And Honorable Sir, as he mentioned, Honorable Sir. Thank you, Honorable Chairman, sir. Just wait for a minute. Please finish in 1 line. And we are having this creativity, and we burn even the darkness. We have the dreams, and we have this speed of typhoon in our inner box.
Honorable Member Barbeji.
Thank you, Honorable Chairman, sir. Sabka Bima Sabki Raksha. This bill, I am given chance to speak on this. For that, I thank you, sir. Honorable Chairman, sir. In September 2056, LIC was established, and in that time, 245 these private companies were there of insurance, and now they're being merged, and LIC was formed, so that the insurance should not be just profit-based, but it should be medium for social security. However, in today's conditions and the bill which is being brought here, and the 100% foreign investment which is being brought here, FDI for this insurance policies, and this provision which is being made, this is the BJP in 2011 when under the government of UPA under Manmohan ji. That time UPA had brought 51% for then BJP was opposing this, that this foreign investment will snatch away our employment, and we will have all these problems. But now FDI is they're making 100%. BJP is doing that job, and the government is doing that 100% investment by changing names. The things won't change. You have to work, and the bill which is brought here is nowhere mentioned. That is for poor and for the citizens. What kind of benefits is going to give the people of India, and what kind of reforms will be there in this. You have seen that when the farmers face this
problem of farmers insurance. How many farmers, when they lose, they don't get the insurance. There is no provision for that to give them proper claims. Honorable sir, I want to say, when the provisions of claims are such, then 5 or 100 rupees kind of claim is given to farmers. There is no scheme of government to solve that problem, but just they want to bring the investment, foreign investment in the insurance policies. And these capitalists were looting this country, but now they have allowed these foreigners also to loot this country, and LIC kind of organization is being invested by these private players, Dani and Ambani, and that's why it shows that it's for the higher families. We are risking our insurance companies, and according to other report, almost 70% are away from this health insurance. How they're going to benefit by this scheme under this bill? What will be done to their health so that all the poor can be included in this insurance scheme? We have to see that. And Sabki Bima Sabki Suraksha for this, its condition is going to be with like just a farmer's insurance of crops, where the companies get the premium, but at time they are not given the claims. And during COVID also, you must have seen, Chairman Sir, the whole country has seen that because of lack of treatment, people lost their lives, but the insurance companies were nowhere with the people. So if you see, even after this it happens. Just 1 minute, sir. If the insurance companies are not standing with the people, then we are going to face the problem. Ayushman Bharat scheme was also implemented in the country, that 5 lakh insurance will be given to people. But a lot of scams are occurring in this scheme. In Lucknow also, we have seen the scam of this kind in Ayushman Bharat scheme. Please conclude. I just want to request through you, sir, that the way FDI is made 100% in this, and our UPA government had opposed this, but in the way they had opposed FDI, now they're bringing this FDI 100%, then definitely it's a very problematic thing.
You're calling me for the reply?
No. So you have to announce some.
Just to let the honorable members know that dinner has been arranged for members in the MP dining first floor of the Parliament House. Members may kindly avail the dinner after 8 p.m. As per your convenience.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. So we say,
All are requested, or members are requested, that you may have done your insurance. For the people of your constituency also, you should get the insurance done. All the people who voted you, they should also get this kind of awareness and penetration, and please do that. And now some members will speak in this regard. In 2 minutes, only 2 minutes you have to conclude your speech. Okay.
2 minutes, please.
In 2 minutes only you have to conclude.
Sir,
we'll bring other name after 2 minutes.
ठीक अनुमान बनर्जी
Honorable Chairman Sir, Sabki Bima Sabki Raksha, this bill is being brought here. In that you give me a chance to speak on this, I thank you for that, sir. Honorable Chairman Sir, I have to clarify that this social security, I am not against that, and definitely it is required to extend this sphere of insurance, but people want to ask in whose interest, whether it's for the big companies that this bill is being brought. Minister must reply in this regard that this must be the thing that everybody should be insured, but big population of the country, especially the farmers, unorganized sector, women or shopkeepers are away from this insurance policy, and they are not getting claim also. And Honorable Speaker, sir, the full FDI which is there, in that almost 32% was to made 100% in FDI is definitely is not good. It's illogical, and our economy, not just our economy, but our insurance sector is going to face this problem. Honorable Chairman Sir, and these claims of insurance and when insurance policies the given it's okay, but when the crops get destroyed and people want to get the claims, they face a lot of problems in getting the claims. I my request to Minister, when you reply, then you please reply after this what will be the time limit for getting the claims, and the companies which are not giving these claims, what will be action taken against them. And first of all, the claim settlement must be very right to the people. This must be told about by the Minister. And this bill in the private sector is going to definitely, just one sentence and please complete this. It will make easy, but the question is that the premium will be cheaper, or the for benefit this premium will be given more. And it's not a business, it's a very social security matter. If the profit is the only target, then definitely it's not a good thing. Thank you.
Patel ji.
इस अवसर के धन्यवाद सभापति महोदय.
I thank you for giving me opportunity, sir. In the introduction speech, she's presented some data.
3 to 3.7%. With a low base, I think that's dismal, and clearly we could have done more. She also spoke about companies having grown substantially. Yes, companies need to grow further if you want to bring in penetration. The world penetration is about 7%. She spoke about $55, and the world is about at $889. Has the IRDA been responsible for reducing the increase in companies? And here in the bill, you've gone and given extra powers to the IRDA. Mohoday, insurance is not a financial product.
Insurance is not just a financial product. When the insurance is purchased, this is not just for the profit, this is just for the security. So they are there for the assistance when there is some problem. Will it increase some security for the common people, or it will make just an investment for the companies?
Workers, self-employed persons, rural households, migrant laborers, gig workers, women, elderly dependents. Yes, ये अच्छा समय था कि सरकार.
It would have been good if they have some good changes.
74% किया गया था, तो सदन को.
When it was increased up to 74%, the assurance was given that it will be under control of India and privatization will not be done, and the interest of the insurers will be. Sir, I just want to say, has it become a matter of profit? No. Have they talked about composite life? This is also not there.
Sir, PM फसल बीमा के भी 14 महीने लगते हैं.
Sir, it takes 14 months under PM Fasal Bima insurance scheme also to get the claims.
Sri Abdul Rashid ji.
Sir, बाहर की कंपनियां अगर आए तो अच्छी बात है.
Sir, if the foreign companies come, it is good because the competition will increase. But I want to ask the government, if on one hand you talk about vocal for local, will it not be opposite to that policy? The companies which come here now, Vijay Mallya, Mehul Choksi, their reputation has not been completed. So what will happen to a common man if the same situation repeats? So there are carpenters, drivers, and some other poor people. It should be made mandatory. If they are working in some company, they should be given mandatorily this insurance. And sir, in the border areas, our poachers are working, they should also be given insurance. As far as I know, up to 2019, there was no insurance for the pony people. And most important thing is related to spreading awareness. A common man does not know how to claim the money if some incident occurs. So you have to spread awareness, and time-bound disposal should be given if the claim arises. And as you have said, this awareness should be spread. Sir, I want to ask you, how should I spread awareness?
सभापति महोदय, आपने.
Thank you, Chairman, sir. You have given me opportunity to speak on this important bill. So the government is saying that we will provide security to all, but the situation is that 3.7 is the average, and the global average is about 7%. The idea is our country is lagging behind, and this policy clearly shows that we are not in good position, and this insurance policy is not good for the people.
for the poor people, and tribal communities are also not included in cities. The people are having insurance, but in rural areas the situation is not good. And the ground reality is that in the tribal areas there is no fixed income, and the insurance offices are also far away. So the government should start some mission. These people are not safe. 40 crore people are such, they don't have any health insurance. And the Ayushman scheme which has been started, sir, my area is near to Gujarat, so when they enter Gujarat, so Ayushman card was not allowed, and the Rajasthan government has made some provision. Now it has been started. So sir, I want that the Rajasthani who goes to Gujarat, he should get the benefits through Ayushman card. He was not getting this benefit up to last year, and the government doesn't extend this benefit to them. I don't know what the people from Udaipur, what problem do they have. You please stick to the bill. Sir, lakhs of the claims are not being entertained in for the farmers. 16 to 17 policies are being lapsed because 330% premium is not there in the accounts of many people, so it gets lapsed. And 100%, sir, I am concluding. No, I said that you have to conclude in sharp 2 minutes. Now I will call you by name. Thank you, Honorable Chairman, sir. Sir, first of all, I would like to thank you for giving me opportunity, and I appreciate this initiative by government, and it is a very good initiative to increase competition, and IRDAI will be given more rights, and LIC will be given more liberty. So these steps are commendable, and by the year 2047 everyone will be having insurance, and it will be accessible in for the rural people also. Sir, but sir, there are some lacunas. Not a same company cannot give life insurance and other type of insurance, so there will be less opportunities for them, sir. And there are some, and small merchants cannot enter this startup, and there is a danger for the MNCs to take the money to foreign countries. And for the data security and consumer protection, there are some risks. Although it is important that that these companies may be more balanced, sir, I think that there should be some provision for the composite licensing, so that they can decrease the cost, and the capital investment may be decreased, especially in the risky areas, and minimum investment period. Sir, I am concluding in 30 minutes. Sir, I have a request that LIC's 60 lakh crore rupees, it is insolvent now. The situation is LIC has not its own capital. This transfer has taken place between the big capitalists. LIC was the company for the common man earlier, and middle class people used to take the services of LIC, and this is the verdict of Gujarat High Court. How approximately 83 Arab amount, 7 crore 42 lakh. There are such orders from the court. How? And it has been clearly mentioned that insurance regulator IRDAI and a case was registered against some companies, But the way you have brought this policy, I just want to say that Sabka Bima and license reforms are not there, so that the companies may issue all the products. It means that it has the name of Sabka Bima, but it is not inclusive for all. It is not easy for all. And when the companies will work under foreign capital, then there will be some volatile situation on international markets, and it will affect the policy value of Indian insurance customers and consumers. Thank you, Chairman, sir. Thank you, Honorable Chairman, sir. Earlier, opposition used to speak and the government used to listen, but now the opposition listens to the treasury benches. Honorable Chairman, sir, Honorable Minister is sitting here. She is generous enough. You can run the house. You have the power. You can extend the time. Sir, I don't have any question. I will just, I will give some suggestions. You have only 2 minutes. You please speak on the topic. If you want to change the name, all the situation cannot be changed by changing the names. You can take the number of Kashi Ramji, and you can take the name of Chaudhary Charan Singh Ji. Honorable Minister is sitting here, and you can give the name of Kotwal Dhan Singh Gurjar Ji or some other stalwarts. And Rozgar and employment guarantee should be given, and minimum 300 days should be done. Such situation is such. You please come to the topic. Please speak on the subject. Thank you, Honorable Chairman, sir. Sabka Bima, Sabki Raksha. In the section 3AAA, it stipulates 100% FDI, so that, and it cannot ensure the welfare for all, because the MNCs are earning in lakhs and a common man are facing a lot of difficulties. We need some strong regulatory framework, and this bill does not ensure this security. Social security is a constitutional duty of the state, but in this bill there is no provision. There is no security for the insurer. If we talk about LIC Act 1956, and there have been some amendments, and this bill doesn't strengthen this insurance sector, and the subsidy has to be given. And if the private players are entered, then our own companies may get weakened. And the title of this bill is Sabka Bima Sabki Suraksha, and it all. But if we talk about the wide coverage and the universality of this bill, it doesn't ensure all these things. It has been said that this is important for registration, that the common man should be served, for the poor premium benchmark, and for the poor people coverage, and minimum social coverage is not mentioned in this bill. So I oppose this bill.
Thank you very much, Speaker sir. The name of this bill promises protection for all, but in reality it is a blueprint for surrendering India's insurance sector to foreign